Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome in. What's going on? Where's my phone? Oh, my phone. I don't know what happened. My phone, like, I must have been on it too much today or something. It's almost dead. What am I doing with my life over here? What am I doing with my life over here? Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. But hi, Matt. I didn't mean to click on that, Matt. But hi. Welcome in. Hey, what's going on, Corey? What's going on, Kramer? What's going on, Ryan? Letitia, how you doing? Amy, CB, Chester, Raul. What's going on? Carolyn, Valador, Glitcho, Tracy, Elizabeth. How's everybody today? Hey, Kayla. Welcome in. Welcome in. Get on in here now. And come on now. Come on now, y'all. Y'all get on out here. Now get. Potty, Angelica, what's going on? Me too. What's up? Ugh. Oh, thank you so much, Amy. That's very, very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Taurus, I see you over there. Strange side for you to be on, but I'm used to seeing you over here on this other one. But hi, Taurus. You guys screw with me like when you guys like Luis likes to do that. At least Taurus has the same name on both platforms. So like it's not as confusing. Luis has a completely different name and it throws me off. I'm too dumb for this.
It's insane.
Is that water in this? Yeah, it's just water. It's just a Waterloo, man. It's a peach Waterloo. And it's just water. I've been not feeling great today. So I need to hydrate. I need to hydrate. I think I've just been dehydrated all week. Shouldn't be completely honest with you. Jerry, you missed me yesterday? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But if you ever miss me and you don't want to miss yesterday's live was one of the better ones I've had in the last couple months. Yeah, that's probably one of the better lives I've had in probably since like October. Like no joke. I was pretty on yesterday. So you'll want to go check that out. All right. So if you missed it, make sure you guys head over to you can head over to the YTs, the Red app, and they're live and you can watch them later. So yeah, great way to support and to check out the lives later, right? You guys will have some time. If you missed yesterday was not the live to miss. I will tell you guys that. The last two live nights have been very, very good, honestly. Like the last two nights have been very, very good. So you don't really want to miss either of the last two. You can skip Monday, honestly. Mondays was like, whatever. but you don't want to miss the last 2 days. So you're gonna want to make your way over when you got some time, when you got a drive going on, when you, I don't know, just have nothing better to do, when you want to cuddle up and do a Polly's Live and Chill with your, with whoever you do that with. All right, that's what I've heard. It's better than Netflix and chill. I've heard that. Okay. If you guys are into some little, some hanky panky, I know you guys. All right, I've been watching you guys for a while. We got some freaks in the audience. Okay, so if you guys want to do some Polly and Chill, okay, you guys want to make sure you guys check that out sometime this weekend. So it'll be very, very fun. Or if you want to do it while cleaning or working out, do that also. It's not quite as fun. All right. It's not quite as fun. All right. But it's also good for that, Juan said he was here yesterday for the first time and appreciate your channel. Wish I knew more about you. Well, you should hang out, because every single night you learn more and more about me. I'll tell you that much. I don't have much of a. I'm what they call I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's I think that's the saying that they say about people like me. So you tend to find out stuff quite often. But thank you so much for being here, Juan. I really do appreciate you. Can we get W's in the chat for Juan, who's a new sub over there? With that said, just a warning for everyone that is here. Tomorrow I will be on, but only for a blip and very early. So you should expect me on just prior to 3 p.m. Central. And I will be on for no more than 2 hours because I have been ordered by a certain mermaid that we need some decompression time. Okay? So it's decompression time after 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then I will not be on Saturday. And then Sunday, I will be back on, and I'll be doing a joint live with said mermaid on Sunday evening. Okay? So, early tomorrow, nothing on Saturday, joint live on Sunday. So, if you guys watch, that's what we'll be doing. Yep, I'm a very full speed person. I can't help it. Which makes me it makes me really awesome when I'm building things or trying to grow things. It makes me very successful. When it comes to my mental health, not the best, okay? Because I just keep going. So somebody has to force me to, be a not dumb. Someone said, please stop hiring fake callers. Well, it's just so easy because I already have the paid agitators, right? So I just go to the paid agitators and I'm like, hey, can you be fake callers too? You have to switch sides though. Soros really pays for all of it. So it's really not that big of a deal. Daddy Soros pays for most of it. Daddy Soros pays for all of my callers, so don't worry about it. Daddy, or is it Zaddy? Zaddy Soros? I don't know how it works anymore. I'm not up to date with all your guys' hip lingo, okay? I'm not up to date with all your guys' hip lingo. Lay's Official, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Lay's Official says, always a good day to inform political adversaries. The benefit of Lay's chips, now with 30% less horse meat. So, you have that now. I personally was a bigger fan of the horse meat, okay? But I think it's like when Coca-Cola used to have the good stuff in it. Like you're kind of shorting yourself. I've been getting trolled by this account for weeks. And they're like it's a big supporter. I can't and it's funny. It's actually funny. With all this shit I get on this freaking live that is just so not funny. This is by far the funniest troll that I've had in a long time of doing this. Yeah. So buy Lay's with less horse meat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't know what to do about it. Okay? I don't know what to do about it. I guess no more Ruffles, right? I guess we have to keep Ruffles out of the live. Okay, that's over there. I guess we can go ahead and get this thing started, huh? Stop it. Ruffles are awesome. Has Ruffles ever come in here and sent me a $5 super chat? I don't think so. Okay. I don't think so. All right. So what I hear is Lay's supports democracy. What does Ruffles do? Okay. They're probably commies. Did you ever think of that? Did you think of that? No, you didn't. All right. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, dude. I don't know. Sometimes like right now, I'm like, I don't know why you guys are listening to me. I just be talking, dude. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Look, I'm just like, I support those that support the live. All right. So if Lay's is going to be it. All right. And they have less horse meat. So how much horse meat does Ruffles have? Huh? Did you ever think about that? No. Okay. Didn't think about that. What is my take on Pringles? I take the Mitch Hedberg stance on Pringles. And if you don't know what that is, you should definitely look it up. Because I don't want to tell his joke and then yeah, screw it. Ruffles have ridges, like ruby ridges. See where we're going here? You see what I'm talking about? You can't trust them. All right? You can't trust them. People keep asking what my shirt says. So before I take a caller, I will stand up and show my shirt. All right. It is funny that you just can see the don't assume. So I bet a whole bunch of y'all like I don't know what you assume. I assume that you're doing what the shirt tells you not to do, which is assuming. Even though you can clearly read on it that it says don't assume. All right? So like you already screwed up because you're already assuming, and I can tell. All right. Right? It could just say, don't assume, but you shouldn't assume that either, okay? You shouldn't assume that either. All right. So here's my shirt. I felt so awkward standing there. It says, don't assume my genre. Don't assume my genre. And I got it at a metalcore show. Yeah, Ryan, they won't. It's a music reference. But it could work for movies too. It is a movie. It's actually from a band called The Word Alive. Very good band. I like them very much. I got it at their show last year. Genre is French for genre. You are correct. That is 100% correct. All right, let's hope this. Should we? Oh, we haven't even had that many calls yet. We only have like 2 calls. Do I have like 2 calls? Oh well, we'll open up the phone lines anyway. CB said, "What's your genre, Polly? I'm gonna make you a song." I don't think I actually like fully have a genre. Truthfully, I listen to a lot of different stuff. Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much, CB. Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 36.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes,
Awesome. Why is that?
because I don't like Muslim people
Why not?
because they're terrorists.
You think all Muslim people are terrorists?
Yes.
Oh. You know, they think Christians are terrorists.
Okay.
What's the definition of a
Christians are
terrorist?
somebody that uses violence for political gain.
Violence to inflict fear for an ideological gain.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you
So
think
what are you saying?
you know like
America
Islam
America
is
a terrorist?
they have been plenty. Yeah. Like throughout
Well, then
history, Americans
why
have
are
been
you American
terrorists.
then? That's why I like Donald Trump, because he's pro-America. He's not like you, like, oh, America is
and
terrorist. America's not terrorist. You're a terrorist.
and the terrorists that do stuff in the name of Islam are doing it because they believe in Islam.
Is it because they believe in Islam, or is it because the United States paid them to go fight the Russians?
That's how they were armed. That's not their ideology.
Mm-hmm.
And that depends on which one you're talking about. Sir, what I'm saying is if Donald Trump goes in and I don't know, murders, Iranian officials, right? For the good of America, right? To them, we're the terrorists. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but see, this is why we don't put people into monoliths, right? This is why we have to be able to talk about people as, as just what they are. Muslims aren't terrorists, Christians aren't terrorists, Americans aren't terrorists, but they all have terrorists, right? They all have people that do those things, right? And I think that
the only reason the Muslim people is doing it because
well, again, sir, these aren't Muslim people doing it. This is,
Laden?
sir, these are people that identify as Islamic, as Muslim, right? This isn't the Muslim people. Okay, it's like the fastest growing religion in the world. There's literally billions of them, right? And there's like a few
Well,
people
how
who
do
do
I know you're not
terrorist.
Muslim? Are you secretly Muslim?
Sir, I'm not secretly anything.
Oh,
I'm very, very openly an atheist.
I don't know. You kind of look like one of them Hispanic Latinos.
As opposed to the non-Hispanic Latinos.
Yeah, I think I should call ICE on you,
Go ahead.
and then they'll come and get you.
Go ahead, dude. Make me famous, bro.
That's what you got to do to get famous. I thought you got to be like talented to be famous.
No, dude. Haven't you ever seen Ben Shapiro show?
Yeah, but he's got a bajillionaire.
Yeah,
backing
not
him.
talented,
Which
sir.
bajillionaire is
Like,
backing you?
that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to be talented in order to have a good show, right?
Yeah, but you got a bajillionaire. Who's the bajillionaire that you got backing you?
George Soros. He backs all of us.
Nah, see, now you're just trolling me because George Soros really doesn't back you.
I mean, according to you're right. You're right. You are 100. Please keep telling everyone that. Thank you.
You just tried to troll me right there.
Yep, you
You
nailed
wish
it, bud.
George Soros backed you, then you wouldn't be so poor.
Yep, that's it.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't think anyone sees what you're saying, sir. You're not
No,
doing
because George
very
Soros
good at
does,
this.
he
Okay.
does fund nonprofits. He is very much a part of the nonprofit industrial complex.
I'm a
of the United
nonprofit.
States. Okay, but you're not funded by George Soros.
How do
You're
you know?
not
Have
one of
you
those
seen my tax
nonprofits.
returns?
I mean, are you claiming to be funded by George Soros?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do it every day.
Okay, I mean, are you really, or are you just saying that?
That's
to
what
be-
I'm saying.
to troll me?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Hey, well, I mean, great for you. You should ask for more money than to have a better background studio. Looks kind of cheap.
No. You know, that's crazy sounding like somebody who's talking to me from literally a closet under his mom's stairwell. But
What are you talking about? I'm
anyways,
talking
I'm going to move on to somebody else because this is boring me. But y'all, kids, don't do drugs. Okay? Don't do drugs. They're bad for you. Okay? We don't. It's hard. Life is hard enough. Okay? You don't want to end up like that. Okay? They don't play the commercials anymore where like they do like this is your brain and this is your brain on drugs, right? Like we just have examples now. They don't play those commercials anymore. All right? So, just for your benefit, just don't do it. Okay? Well, I was saying hello. Yeah, we have actual people now. We don't even do it with eggs anymore. We just do it with people. It's very strange. Hello, how are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
I'm 36 now.
Oh, is this just like the year of 36-year-olds? Wow. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, last guy was also 36. Hopefully you do a little bit better. How old are you? Or sorry, do you still support Trump?
Hell yeah.
Not the best start, but regardless, why is that?
Because he's a law and order president. He likes the law. He is the least racist president. He appointed a black Indian man as the head of the FBI. He is closed the border. There's basically no crossings at the border. All-time high in 50 years. He's lowered immigration into this country, and he's going after the illegals. Doesn't care about politics.
That
only cares
that
about
part I
the
agree with you on. That part I agree with you on.
He only cares about the country. He doesn't care about
No,
winning
that
elections.
part he's not good on. But anyway, sir, what race is Indian?
What race is brown?
You didn't say brown. You said he put an Indian person in. Yeah.
Yeah. He said
Yeah,
a
and
brown-
Indian isn't a race, sir.
Okay, but I'm just saying, when you guys didn't celebrate that, you're just selective. If Obama did it, then it'd be like, oh, he's the greatest president ever. And if Trump
No, there
does
was
it,
plenty of people of Indian descent in Obama's presidency.
Why didn't-
We just
why
don't
didn't-
talk about it, sir. Sir, the difference is that when Obama hires people with different ethnicities, like no one cared because it's just supposed to be normal. Yeah. But when Trump does it, you guys try to give him a lot of credit for it because you guys like need to try to prove that he's like not racist.
Yeah, what do you do with 50 million illegal aliens in this country? 50 million people.
Well, that number is nowhere near accurate. So let's start there.
I am an immigrant myself. I know exactly how.
Sir, it's because you're an immigrant doesn't make that number accurate. Yeah.
Okay, 30 million.
The
25.
numbers are about 12 to 14 million. Yeah.
Yeah, let's get them out of here, and then let's have a conversation. But
All right. Well, let's start with you.
Out of here. What's that?
Let's start with you. Why are you still here?
Yeah. Why am I still here? Because I followed the law, legally acquired my citizenship. I didn't come
So what?
here across the border. I didn't overstay a visa.
So what?
I didn't.
Donald
like,
Trump is already, according to the Cato Institute, Donald Trump has already overturned the legal status of 2.5 million immigrants in the United States.
It's not
He is-
legal status.
he-
That's called
yes,
temporary status.
the legal
It's not
status,
through
sir,
Congress.
sir. I'm talking now. 1 second, okay? If you don't mind. Perfect. Thank you. Donald Trump has already overturned the legal status of 2.5 million immigrants in the United States. He has already tried to sue and use the power of the judicial in order to attempt to overturn birthright citizenship. He is currently talking about freaking trying to denaturalize people in the United States. So literally trying to take people who are already naturalized American citizens and to remove them from the United States. He's used the actual immigration legal system in order to go after people, right? So he's ripped people out of immigration courts. He's actually taken people that were on the day of signing their permanent residency, overturn their legal status, and then remove them. All right. So I'm just saying, if you just want all of the migrants gone, sir, because that's what Donald Trump has done. He hasn't cared about legality or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you're a migrant, why don't we just start with you?
I'm not a migrant, first off, okay? My dad came here on a valid H-1B visa, got my green card and and my citizenship through. I didn't have a criminal record, went to school, got my college degree, have a job, and I've traveled outside this country since Trump has been president. I've had not a single inconvenience. And to make my point, Texas has the number one arrests from the DHS. Number 2 is Florida. Number 3 is Georgia. Minneapolis is not even the top 5. Okay, Minnesota. And the only reason there's all this rioting out there is because of the Somalis and the Tim Walz mafia and all these Democrats who are out there, playing victim.
Okay, sir.
I
So let's start with
don't-
it. No, sir, before you just
Don't
completely
talk
change the
about it,
subject,
let's bring the hammer down.
sir, before you go off on anything else, you were the one who said you were an immigrant. Okay. And then I referred to you as a migrant and you said, I'm not a migrant. Okay. So you cannot be both a migrant and not a migrant at the, sir. I'm speaking. Okay. Thank you. You can't be both an immigrant and not an immigrant at the same time. The only reason I said that you were an immigrant is because you said you were an immigrant. And then you turned around and said that you weren't one. Okay. So you just can't be both. All right. Regardless of whether you are, sir, again, I'm still talking. Okay. Obviously, I don't know what's going on here, sir. I let you go on, try switch the subject 3 times, and I'm just trying to stop so I can say something. I don't know why you don't want me to say 4 words. Thank you. I appreciate that. So what I was saying, sir, is the only reason I refer to that is because you said it. But outside of that, sir, I really don't care whether you're a migrant or not. It really doesn't change much, right? Besides the fact that it is kind of sad that somebody that used our legal system in order to gain a legal status in the United States, right, is now looking at other people that are trying to do the same thing and telling them that we need to get all of them out of there, right? That's what we call a ladder puller. Right? Somebody who used the openness of our immigration system, the reason that, the fact that we're a country full of immigrants and we always have been, right? Someone who used that system to better their life in this country. Your father obviously used this country to better his life, right? Because you said he used an H-1B visa system, right? And Donald Trump has essentially shut off the H-1B visa system. As a part of his immigration crackdown, he's increased the cost to do it to an astronomical amount where it's not, it's not really affordable to be able to do it anymore, right? So I just do find it strange, sir, that again, you're using that system, your father used that system, you're using this system, and now you want to use that system to criminalize others who are trying to do the same thing.
Okay, So can I respond to that, please?
Yes, sir. You see how I'm not talking? This is your time.
Okay. There's something called TPS and DACA. DACA means Deferred Action Childhood Arrivals. It doesn't mean no action. It doesn't mean amnesty. Second is TPS. TPS again doesn't mean Congress, a law passed by Congress. I'll tell you the stuff that's passed by Congress: student visas, work visas, family-based immigration. Those things are passed by Congress in law. Just because your dude, Biden and Barack Obama, show up, can't pass a law, they just sign an executive order. And obviously, what did you expect? When the sheriff's back in town, the law will be applied again. You get that? You understand?
No, sir, because I do not know what
Temporary
executive order
protected
you're talking.
status.
What
Google
executive order are you talking about, sir?
Biden gave temporary protective status, which starts with a T, temporary. It means it's not permanent. It's not an act of Congress.
Sir, temporary
Can
protective
be
status
overturned
for
by the next president.
temporary.
Do you understand that?
Sir, temporary
Do you understand
protective
that?
status was there well before Biden became president.
Okay,
Well
but
before, like
that's what
all
it
the way
means.
through
Okay,
Trump's
you're
presidency.
deflecting
Temporary
right now, but
protective
explain to me
status
what
has,
TPS means.
sir.
Explain to me what TPS means.
I gladly
Explain
can.
it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. But again, sir, you do really think that temporary protected status happened under the Biden administration?
See, you're deflecting because
No, sir, you said the words
and it doesn't mean
Biden
permanent.
signed an executive order giving people
Not just
temporary
Biden, Obama
protective
did as
status.
well.
Okay,
Obama did DACA.
cool. So what executive order?
Man, he gave temporary protective status for Haitians and Venezuelans and all these other people who are crossing the border.
Yeah. So let me first educate you. Okay. Temporary protected status in the United States is passed by Congress. Okay. And it was passed by Congress in 1990. All right. By George H.W. Bush. All right. So I was 4. And you were, let's see, you're a few years younger than me. So you were probably born in 1990. 1989, 1990, something like that, right?
That's not true, sir. That's not true. And
So-
you know it's not true.
Oh, it is true.
Not
I can
true.
put it up on the screen for everybody to see.
Who gave you?
Sir, I can put it up on the sir. I can put it up on the
It's
screen
like
for
email
everyone to
last
see.
year.
This is not like I'm not having like a conversation with you about the facts of a situation. Okay,
Well, Google it.
it's already up on the screen. Everyone can see it, sir.
You can Google it.
Sir, it's already up on the screen. It's already on the internet, and the web page is already on the page for everyone here to see. That's already done.
Okay, so you're saying George H.W. Bush
Yep.
gave temporary protective status to Venezuelans who came to the United States after COVID, right? All those millions of
To
people,
Venezuelans?
10 million
Is that what
people.
you said?
That's what I'm saying. Temporary protective
Yeah.
status for Venezuelans was given by Biden.
Yeah, that was one of
why
the
are you
people,
not-
sir. But there was Venezuelans that were given temporary protective status since 1990. There have been Hondurans that were given temporary protective status, Nicaraguans, Cubans, Haitians, all under different types of presidents,
It's
sir.
temporary.
Sir,
It
I
means
understand
not
that it's
permanent.
sir, I understand that it's temporary. Okay. I'm not arguing with you that it's not temporary. You made the claim that through executive action, Obama and Biden gave temporary protected status. You also made the claim that this was not passed by Congress and was only on executive order. And I am simply just showing that those two things that you said are inaccurate. Now, if you want to go to the part where it's temporary, we can move on to that. All right, but there's no reason for you to get all
Yeah, let's-
upset.
let's move
You can
on to
just
that. Let's
you can
move
just
on to that.
admit you were wrong, and then we can keep going.
Let's move on to that.
All right.
Now,
Well,
tell
again,
me-
so you were wrong on that. So let's move forward. Okay. So you're right. Temporary protected status is temporary. The reason why it's temporary, okay, is because it's supposed to allow a temporary status while the court system catches up to find out, right, if their full legal status will be granted. And it's generally used for asylum seekers in the United States, right, under 8 U.S. Code 1158. And the reason for that is because when people come in and seek asylum, it takes a long time for them to be able to process that full asylum claim in order for them to go into a court, prove to a judge that they seek asylum, so that they're here to seek asylum, or sorry, prove to them that they actually have a fully valid asylum claim. So that temporary status has allowed them to be here, to be able to work, sometimes to pay taxes, to do all of that stuff legally until the court decides whether they are legally allowed to stay here permanently, or if they have to leave immediately. I think by the last numbers, it's something like 80% of asylum cases or something like that end up with deportation at the end of the temporary status. But that's what it's for. It's temporary while the court catches up. If we were actually to speed up our court system, which the Biden administration tried to do, then we would actually be shortening the amount of time people are here on TPS.
Hello?
I'm still here, sir. Did you hear a single word I just said?
A temporary protective status, sorry, I think you were saying that temporary protective status is temporary and it can be revoked.
Nope, that's not what I said at all, sir. But if you don't have the ability to listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth, then I don't know why I'm wasting them on you.
Okay, so what is temporary? Is you saying it's permanent? Are you saying,
sir, I just explained temporary protected status in depth to you over the last minute and a half.
Dude, but you're not telling the truth.
Okay, sir, how could you know I'm not telling the truth if you don't know what I said?
Because the Supreme Court.
Sir, I'm letting you know right now. Sir, I'm letting you know right now. I'm about 2 seconds from hanging up the phone on you. Okay? Because I don't like wasting my words. I just spent a very long time explaining to you what temporary protected status is in depth. Okay? Can you repeat anything I said about temporary protected status?
Temporary protective status is done by an act of Congress, allows a president, which is not accurate. I just don't want to repeat it because it's not accurate.
That's not the part I was talking about, sir. So I'm going to move on to the next person since you don't want to engage in this conversation. All right? So you have a day, okay?
Immediately.
All right. Sorry. There is nothing I really hate more than giving an excellent explanation to something and to have somebody just completely not listening whatsoever. I have no problem explaining something in depth to somebody, but if you're not going to listen, then what's the point of me doing it? Y'all, please welcome in everybody. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Y'all, if you guys are new here, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys would like to support, I do have super chats. I do have my live gift goal, the DJ glasses. This is one of my last ones to clear off of my gift gallery this week too. So if you'd like to help knock that out for me, I'd really appreciate it. Also, all of my pay links are in my bio. So if you'd like to support that way, I do really appreciate that also. Laura, thank you so much for the $5. Says I'm, oh my goodness, it keeps going away. Says I'm repping my Polypolitics t-shirt today. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome. I really got to get my merch shop back up and running really well. It's been kind of messed up lately. But thank you so much, Laura. And Chris, thank you so much for the $200 over on Venmo. I really, really appreciate that. Can we get huge W's in the chat for Chris? Said nothing funnier than them attacking Minnesota when it's 20 below. I'm telling you, if you're going to try to invade a city, maybe in Minnesota, maybe do it when it's warmer.
It's insane.
Maybe do it when it's warmer. Because I tell you what, many countries throughout time have known attacking cities in 20 below does not work very well. Does not work very well. Chris, thank you so incredibly much. That means so much to me. I do not want you to think that is not going noticed. That is absolutely huge. And I thank you so much. That was incredibly generous of you and really does help to keep things like this going. So thank you so much, Chris. I really, really do appreciate it. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna open up phone. Oh, we're already on it.
Absolutely huge. And I think you.
Hello.
So that was incredible.
Hey.
Hi. Can you turn off the live in the background, please?
Yeah, I just did right now, man.
Thank you. How old are you?
30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
No, man, I just wanted to say thanks for proving these hypocrites wrong, man. You're doing a good job.
I do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too. You too. All right. Well, it seems like the Trump supporters are a little slower than normal today. That's okay. I'm sure we'll continue to get a few in. But we're going to try to keep this thing going and keep the calls coming in. It was crazy. I think I did too well last night because I had a whole bunch of people that were in here ready to begging me to talk to them last night. Now they're all gone. It's kind of strange. Let's see who this person is. Hello. All right. Goodbye. Well, we'll be keeping this thing moving. If you guys still support Trump, you can reach me by joining the guest request box, or you can reach me by calling in on the number above. Either way. And we'll keep this thing going. Luis, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Luis. Said this is the time to start to show receipts to all these MAGA callers, so prove them wrong like they always do. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Luis.
The fuck was that?
What? Hello.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, you doing the Donald Trump thing, brother?
Yep.
Let me put it to you one way like this. I live in Vermont, and
No offense, dude. I'm not ready for the. Yeah, do you still support Trump, sir?
Nah, that motherfucker could die for all I care.
All right. Well, let's
Hello?
let's take that down a notch. Oh my goodness. Hello. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
42.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Of course I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
How could I not? I mean, he's acting on all of his campaign promises.
Oh, like when he said he was going to end the war between Ukraine and Russia in 24 hours? Like that one?
Boom. Yeah, he said he was going to crack down on immigration. He's been doing that.
He said he was going to lower grocery prices. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The
Yeah,
whole tariff.
but they're higher.
This is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, he said he
Hasn't
was
been
gonna-
done since the
yeah.
Reagan administration.
He said he was going to
I
bring
just
back
discovered-
American jobs, and we lost 1 million jobs last year.
Yeah, and look at him forcing all these companies to start manufacturing in America.
Like who?
I absolutely love what he's doing.
Like,
Yeah,
hold on, sir. Like who?
I'm sorry?
Who started manufacturing here?
He started forcing all of these companies. He made a deal with oh man, I'm sorry.
Insane.
I'm not as knowledgeable as you, but he made a deal with companies to start opening up manufacturing.
Yeah, can you just like
plants
name
here.
like one?
Oh man, I am drawing a blank. I'm sorry. I do apologize.
Okay, because forcing companies to move back, that would be like Marxism.
Well, yeah, all right. I agree with you on that. Bad choice of words. But here's the thing. It's hard for you to sell your products if there's a high tariff, if you're manufacturing for cheap labor in other countries. So the option is manufacture for cheap labor and take advantage of other countries because they're cheap labor, and then pay the high tariffs to bring your products back to America, or pay Americans to manufacture them at a decent wage and still sell your products. And companies have chosen to do the latter.
They actually have not.
They have not.
No, sir, they have not. And actually, you're missing a whole bunch of context in that. First of all, that only makes sense if the tariff makes up for the labor cost, which it hasn't done. Okay, so it's still cheaper to pay for the manufacturing overseas, and then to just bring the products over than it is to pay for the upgraded the higher labor costs. So they have no will to do it because they haven't done it, and they've just been passing all the tariff costs onto the consumer. I think there was a new report that came out last week that shows 96% of tariff costs since Donald Trump has been president has been paid by Americans. So yeah.
Okay. So I'll have to look into that. I did not know.
Yeah, see that's the issue, sir, is that when we talk about things like labor costs, and labor costs are important, right? I'm not denying that, and people are able to get much higher, much cheaper labor costs in other countries. That's very very true, right? But the labor costs in like someplace like I don't know, rural China, right? And I'm not talking about like where there's like slave labor because there are spots of that, and that's horrible. And I'm glad we have laws trying to, stop products from coming to those areas. But I'm talking about just normal like rural, factory areas of China, right? I mean, they can pay a median household income that ends up being like $4 an hour, which is like the same as like our median household income of like 70,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? And so the tariff cost would have to make it so that labor cost was offset, and it's not. They can still pay the low cheap labor, still pay the tariff, still have the products cheaper than trying to build a whole new factory here, right?
Well, what about automakers?
Yeah, so automakers is actually a very interesting one, right? So automakers are getting wrecked even if they build their cars here. The problem with the ones for automakers is that what we have is a lot of companies that, though they may build cars in America, they have lots of parts for those cars that are built in places like China and Mexico. And so now they're having to pay tariffs on all of those parts, right? So, say you're like Ford, right? An American automaker, right? You might get your alternators from China, and you might get, your belts made in Mexico. Well, now that all of those things have tariffs, the actual assembly of the car still skyrockets, which still makes car prices go up. And we've seen that all through this year, how car prices have steadily gone up. So you're punished even if you make them here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
So
Sorry.
doing a quick Google search, companies that benefited from manufacturing in America versus China, GE Applications, Appliances, Whirlpool, Crazy Z Arts.
Sir, I'm not making an argument that there has not been a company that's benefited. That's not my argument. I'm saying the American economy as a whole and the American job market as a whole has suffered significantly, right? There's been over 1 million jobs that were lost just in 2025. We have the highest unemployment rate since the shutdown for the pandemic, right? I think we're sitting at 4.4 right now. We were at 4.6. I mean, we're seeing companies even right now to this day. I think Amazon just announced recently another 16,000 layoffs just earlier this week.
And why? It's not because people aren't ordering from Amazon less than they were before.
People are ordering from Amazon less than they were before. Yeah, we actually saw the White House actually like throw like almost a huge hissy fit because what Amazon was doing was they were going to we don't know for sure if they were going to do it. It was an idea that came from Amazon that somehow got leaked, that they were talking about adding the actual like increased price of tariff to the price to show, that price, how the increased cost due to tariffs. And the Trump administration lost their mind, threatened to do all this stuff to Amazon and blah, 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 blah. But I mean, that's a big reason for it. And then of course the AI boom is also not helping the job market either, right?
I think that's exactly what has created the job loss for Amazon is, the automatronics, robotics, and AI industry has now literally eliminated their job force. They don't need people packaging boxes no more when they could have robots doing it.
Yeah, but so they already had robots doing it, and yes, it's increased to a certain point. But even at that case, right? If what you were saying is that manufacturing is going to come back to the United States due to tariffs, and then you also tell me that manufacturing doesn't exist because we don't need people to do it and robots can do it, then what's the point of the tariff?
What's the point of the tariffs? Because the products still need to come into America for Amazon sellers to sell them.
No, sir. I don't think you quite understood my question, sir. The whole point of tariffs was for companies to bring their manufacturing back here. The reason why we want manufacturing back here is because it creates jobs, right? If it doesn't create jobs, then why do we care if the manufacturing here or in China, right? Or in Mexico or anywhere else, right? They can manufacture there and they can have the jobs. But if they're bringing the manufacturing here and then AI is going to do all the job, then that means there's still a whole bunch of Americans that still don't have jobs. And now we're losing out.
Fair enough. But then now we're talking about a third-party seller, Amazon, because they don't actually make any products. They're third-party sellers. But the products that are manufactured in America are still going to be available without the tariff cost, and so those will be the products that are selling the most,
No,
which
it's
will
tariff.
force American companies to start manufacturing more.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
No, because again,
Why do you
sir,
say that?
because again, sir, the tariff cost does not outweigh the cost it takes to manufacture in the United States. We don't have the labor force, we don't have the wages, we don't have the natural resources, we don't have the room, we don't have any of the things to manufacture here, right? Period. Countries are more likely to just go to a different country that's not being tariffed as hard, right? To go
And
from
so, hold on. Do you not see that as a problem that
No.
America has become a country of consumerism and not manufacturism?
I don't find that as a problem whatsoever.
You don't see that as a problem.
Why would it be?
So then, what will the American workforce do if we're not manufacturing and we're just consuming?
We're going to keep consuming.
Yeah, but how are we going to pay for consuming if we don't have jobs in the future?
We do have jobs, sir. In 2024, we had a 2.4% unemployment rate. Jobs were building at an exponential rate.
But yet you're not able to tell me what these people are doing to
Sure, I
earn this
can.
money.
There's a whole bunch of tech jobs. There's a whole bunch of freaking consumer jobs. There's all sorts of different jobs. So not every job is just manufacturing. But let me also be, manufacturing makes up a very, very small part of freaking the American jobs. And we still have plenty of jobs, right? If you want to look down, I can pull up a job breakdown, right? And show, right, where we're all in. But everything from the service industry to agriculture to to technology, to to consuming itself, like selling, doing things on Amazon where we're consuming, takes up a whole bunch of our jobs, right? At Walmart, Amazon, Target, that's a whole bunch of jobs in there, right? So, and like you said, for the most part, manufacturing is a lot of automated, and it's getting more automated. So bringing back manufacturing is not helping us, right?
Yeah. Well,
And
here's
so what's the, so if there's going to be a product that costs, so if I could get my broom for a dollar from China, right? And it costs $4 to manufacture here and $1 to manufacture in China, and Donald Trump puts 100% tariff on that, on brooms coming from China, who gets hurt in this situation? It's just me. I'm the only one who gets hurt because I'm the only one that has to still buy a broom. Right?
But
Yes,
what
I
about
can.
the tariffs that these countries put on our products that we try and export out? You know, should it not be equivalent? Should it not be fair?
First of all, sir, tariffs don't work in an area of fair. But on top of that, sir, there was no country that had this unfair tariff. It didn't exist.
All right, so let's talk about England then.
What about them?
Right? All right, so England was in a deep depression, and then they created these tariffs on other countries, which forced all this manufacturing to happen. So, like, you look at big chip brands and all these different brands. Now they're forced to manufacture in England. They literally changed the name. It's the same product, but they changed the name because it's manufactured and sold in England. England ended up making so much money that they are 100% debt-free. Their economy has boosted since World War II, which what put them in debt in the first place. So they did great. Yeah, granted, it took many years for them to get to that point, but they did that. Now they have a surplus of oil, gases, and everything's great economical-wise for England.
Sir, that would be great, except for about half the shit that you just said isn't true, right? Like, I don't think the UK even produces oil, so I don't know how they would have this surplus unless they're stealing it and taking it. Second of all, they're not in debt, sir, because they don't spend the majority of their budget on the military like we do. We could be out of debt in like 3 years if we just cut our military budget. Well, not 3 years. We'd be out of debt real fucking quick if we just cut our military budget in half instead of having a military budget that's, the next 7 different countries combined, right? Or all we'd have to do is reduce the deficit. We haven't had a reduced deficit since we haven't, started reducing the deficit since Clinton was in office, right? But
true.
It is true. We haven't had a balanced budget since Clinton was in office. That is 100% true. Okay.
So Trump's first term,
hold on, sir.
He started reducing the deficit until COVID came along. No,
incorrect.
That's
it is not true.
fact.
He had added almost $4 trillion to the national debt before COVID hit.
Oh, so he didn't reduce the debt. That's what you're saying. I mean, this is you could literally look this up. You like to throw up facts on your screen. I
Gladly.
can't personally review it while I'm on the phone with you.
Sir,
but
this isn't hard. This isn't hard. Okay, like this isn't even like a contested thing. He added $8.6 trillion to the national debt. Of that $8.6 trillion, just over $4 trillion of it was COVID. Like I can pull it up. It's not a big deal, sir.
So let me ask you, why don't you support Trump? That the topic is, why do I? But why don't you then?
Yeah. So these aren't the end of the year numbers. This isn't the end of year Biden's numbers. These are actually from like, I think a year before Biden left office. They're not completely true as far as Biden's numbers, but as far as Trump's numbers, non-COVID debt raising for Donald Trump was $4.8 trillion. CARES Act and other COVID relief was $3.6 trillion. And he's already added another $4 trillion in this term. So no, he didn't. And if you actually look at Biden added less debt than Donald Trump did. Okay. Donald Trump literally added a third of the national debt that we have in the United States. He added in 4 years. A third of all the national debt that we have in this country was added by Trump in 4 years. Okay. So that's one reason. But sir, we could reduce the debt. We could freaking start getting our way into reducing the deficit. But tariffs are not the way to do it. And unless you think that the only way that we're going to reduce the debt in the United States is by taxing the literal shit out of American citizens, because that's what tariffs are. They are taxing American citizens, right? Are you still there?
Yeah, of course. I'm still
Okay,
here.
so I want to address one more thing before we move on to your next point, because you did make a point earlier that I wanted to come back to. Sir, who pays a tariff?
Who pay? Well, I guess ultimately the American citizens pay the tariffs.
Well, I mean, that's ultimately, generally, yes. And like you said, 96% have been paid by American citizens. But sir, who physically pays the U.S. government the tariff?
Well, the tariffs are the goods costing more. So I guess that's a good question.
Well, and it's fine, sir. Again, I'm not trying to trick you up. I'm just trying to say, like, American importers pay tariffs. Like, that's what a tariff is, sir. It's an import tax, right? So all the small businesses that are being affected because they're American small business, but they manufacture, those are all being affected. So when you say like the UK put on all these tariffs and they went up and everything went up, what you're just saying is the UK taxed the living shit out of their own people until they got out of debt, right? We could do that too. We could easily raise taxes through the roof, right? Reduce spending and be out of debt very quickly. But that's not what we're doing. Donald Trump is lowering taxes specifically for rich people, right? And then raising what we're spending. We're at an all-time high in government spending right now.
It's insane.
All time. So you're telling me all the Doge cutting of the U.S. aid and all that, you're telling me that didn't save us any money at all? All of us giving out money on false pretenses, none of that solved any of the deficit.
So first of all, sir, I'm not saying it saved us no money, but I'm pretty sure it cost us more than even it saved, right? Second of all, nothing was given out on false pretenses. All this money was approved by Congress, right? And put in open legislation for people to find.
Yeah. But you look at a lot of the stuff that Doge has uncovered. I mean, we're paying for a liberal educational program televisions for other countries. We're paying for. And
why is that?
And why is that? I don't know. You know what? Why is that? Indeed,
I can answer that for you.
Yeah, go ahead, by all means.
Yeah, so it's super simple, right? So we pay for things like, I think there was a thing on there about like Sesame Street, right? Yeah. So when we go into countries that we're not supposed to be in and completely destabilize their entire government, like we did in Iraq, like we did in Libya, like we did in Afghanistan, stuff like that. What that does is that actually is a breeding ground for terrorism, right? So the reason why you combat that, even though we don't combat it very well, right? One of the ways you combat that is to give educational programs to children, because educational programs, right, help to get kids more educated. And when they're more educated, they're less likely to be terrorists.
So telling them to dress up as females, even though they're males, is how we plan on educating them.
Yeah, sir. I don't know. I grew up watching Sesame Street. I never saw that in Sesame
Yeah,
Street.
I never
Except
seen
for
that
the
before in
Count. I
Sesame
think
Street
the Count did kind of wear a cape. He was kind of sassy. So
Come on,
it might have
dude.
been the Count.
You know, I mean, come on, that's a stretch right there. I grew
Sir,
up watching
no one-
Sesame Street too.
Yeah.
You know,
Sir,
How
so
old
sir,
are you,
why
by the way?
I'm 39 years old.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
in the same ballpark.
Yeah. So, sir, if I didn't grow up watching Sesame Street or with teaching kids how to boys how to wear dresses, and you didn't either, what makes you think that the same Sesame Street that they're watching is doing that?
So, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, sir.
And I can't say that I've actually got my hands on some of this, but how am I supposed to think when all of the media and all the movies that come out nowadays portray this propaganda? Why should I believe that it would be any different for the shit that they're coming out for the other countries, which we're paying for as American tax citizens?
Yeah, sir. Movies are movies. Movies always go to the edges of all society. That's the way that media works. That's the way that movies work, sir. But if you see movies and it's just something you don't like, you just don't have to watch the movie. Nobody's forcing you
Fair
to do
enough.
it. Okay, like nobody's putting no one's putting anything to your head and telling you to watch a movie, sir. But when we talk about using soft power is incredibly important when dealing with things diplomatically as a country, right? And that's what Donald Trump did by removing USAID is he removed our soft power, right? He removed our ability to use our money in a way that freaking helps us to be more diplomatically, congruent with other countries instead of always having to use military power. And we're seeing that now, right? Because now Donald Trump is having to use military power more. And that's because we have less soft power. The problem is that we have to kill more people.
So do you say what he did in Venezuela wasn't a good thing? Because that was absolutely a great thing. There was a dictator there. The people were suffering. The people are even making videos telling people to shut the fuck up on social media because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The people, the citizens, are actually happy that their dictator has been removed, and they're establishing a constitutional republic government there, which is a great thing, where people actually have the power.
That's not true.
Why is that not true?
Because
Explain.
the same regime that was oppressing people is still in power.
Yeah, and they're working on taking that out.
No,
and
they're
giving
not.
it back to the people.
Donald
That's why
Trump
America
just signed.
still has power.
Donald Trump just signed a new deal with the new regime like today. Donald Trump purposefully kept the old regime in spot. Those videos you are seeing is videos for people that don't live there, like that live in Miami, that are talking about how great it is. The people that are trying to do that in Venezuela are being put in prison.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
I'm not asking your opinion,
I don't know
sir.
what videos you were seeing.
Sir, I don't know what videos you were seeing. I know what's actually happening on the ground. And right now, political dissidents are being suppressed. They're being put in jail just like they were before. People are afraid to walk outside. People are afraid to protest. The certain people who have come out against, for Maduro leaving, they have just been disappeared off the face of the planet. Because the vice president of Venezuela, the one that was the architect for most of that suppression, most of those freaking human rights violations, the person who was literally the architect of most of that is now currently in charge, and Donald Trump put her there.
I would disagree.
I'm not asking whether you disagree or not, sir. I'm informing you. I'm not asking your opinion on this, sir. This is currently what is happening. Okay. Donald Trump had the choice to put Marina, Machado? Right? The person who rightfully won their last election, the Nobel Peace Prize winner, right? He had the ability to put her in power as the actual democratically elected leader of Venezuela. Okay? But he chose not to, all right? And chose to leave the vice president that was under Maduro, that helped him commit all these human rights violations. He chose to leave her in because he felt that she had more access to the oil. All right. All the military leaders that went out and killed, their citizens, all of them are still in power. The entire regime that ran Venezuela is still 100% in power. Okay. Minus Maduro. Okay.
The oil, this country has gone depressed. They weren't even selling any of their oil.
Sure they were, sir.
Who were they selling it to?
Not us.
Not us.
Yeah.
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 And so then why were they still depressed?
Because their regime is horrible. Because the Maduro regime is horrible. They are horrible. They do horrible things to their citizens. They steal money. They're incredibly corrupt. They stole the last election, right? They're absolutely horrible. So why not remove the regime?
Well, time will still play out on this one.
No, you're right. We will see more in time. Okay, you are 100% correct. Okay, but that would be like Donald Trump, right? Being the worst, like literally being freaking Hitler, right? And being like, we're gonna remove Donald Trump, but we're gonna put JD Vance in charge of the country. We're gonna make Marco Rubio the vice president, Kristi Noem, Tom Homan, Steve Miller, everybody in the administration, they all stay exactly where they're at, doing the exact same thing, but we're gonna fix it by removing Donald Trump. You see how that wouldn't do anything, sir? Because it's all the same people in his regime that are all still running the exact same thing. So we will see in the future what happens, but I'm just
exactly.
letting you know, sir. We also do. You ever heard like history can be a mirror?
Yeah, that's why we study history, not to repeat the mistakes of the past.
Absolutely. How many times in American history have we gone in and removed a leader and it worked out well for us, or for the country, for that matter? Maybe sometimes it worked out well for us, but for the country.
I don't have the answer to that.
Because it doesn't happen, sir. We went into Libya, we went into Iraq, we went into Afghanistan, we went into Honduras, we went into Panama, we went into Chile, we went into I can just keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on of countries we've gone on and militarily or through coups removed the leader of that country when those countries' leaders were horrible, and it never works out well for that country ever. They all descend into chaos. So I'm not saying, again, maybe this one is the one that changes everything, right? Maybe this is the one that changes everything, but every single other one has failed miserably.
So, all right. So before we part ways, I asked you a question a while back.
Sure.
And I was curious of your answer.
Sure, send it.
So why don't you support Donald Trump?
Because there is no reason for me to support him, because he is not helping the American people in any way, shape, or form. The economy is in a worse place than he got it when he got here. Significantly worse, actually. Okay, our standing on the world stage significantly degraded. Right, significantly. Our allies don't trust us. Right, like at all, which completely gets rid of deterrence and all. Sir, do you mind if I finish answering my question? Answering the question before you do that? Yeah. On top of that, right? American citizens are not safer in this country with Donald Trump being there. He literally has created his own version of the Gestapo to go around intimidating his political opponents, to beat up people, including American citizens. He has completely disregarded the Constitution, the First, the Second, the Fourth, the Fifth, the 14th, the 22nd Amendments, and he has a whole bunch more on the way that he's trying to abolish on top of that. On top of all of that, sir, he is currently trying to steal money from the American citizens. He is trying to take bribes. We're not even trying. He is currently taking bribes from everyone from Qatar to Tim Cook. And just to add a little cherry on top, sir, he's a freaking 34 times felon, an adjudicated sexual assaulter, and he still hasn't released the damn Epstein files.
Yeah. So he's been working on that. Guess who's been fighting him on releasing the Epstein files?
So there is no one that can fight him on releasing the Epstein files. With one word from Donald Trump, all of the Epstein files are released immediately and unequivocally. There is no one to fight him. He is the head of the DOJ. Okay. Per the Constitution, he has taken full operational control of the DOJ based on his executive order that he signed in January. And since the DOJ is in charge of the Epstein files, he can release them. And not only can he release them, he is currently in violation of the law for not releasing them.
The files
Okay.
are controlled by the Department of Justice, which he can't unless they agree to do it. And that is majority controlled by Democrats.
That is the craziest, most insane thing I have ever heard, sir. The Department of Justice falls under the executive branch of the government, sir. Who is in charge of the executive branch of the government?
You act like it's a single. Like, here's the thing: we have
Sir,
a check and balance system.
No,
Nobody has-
not in
no,
this
no,
we don't.
'cause then-
In this we
then-
don't. In this we don't. You're right. The judiciary is supposed to check the executive branch. The Justice Department falls under the executive branch.
He cannot. You could Google this. The president cannot release all of the DOJ investigation files without the cooperation of the DOJ.
Donald Trump is the head of the
grand
DOJ,
jury-
sir. I don't know what the DOJ is. He is the head of the DOJ.
Has to rule over the release
They
of
do
the
not.
files.
The only if the investigation is still open, which it's not because he closed it.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. He closed it.
Google
Sir, I don't need to Google any of this, sir. This is literally, and I'm not trying to be rude here, this is literally middle school civics class. Okay?
So, all right, you know what? Pull up your screen, share your screen, pull up ChatGPT, which is a liberal program, and ask it if the Donald Trump can release the Epstein files.
Sure.
And see what it says.
I will even play your game.
Thank you.
There's no AI thing on here. Is that what you wanted?
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
See if it gives me that. Cool. And I just typed it into Google. Quick AI overview. I could bring up a whole bunch of articles. Boom. Yes, Donald Trump has the authority to release the Epstein files and has signed legislation in November of 2025, the Epstein Files Transparency Act, compelling the Department of Justice to release them. Despite this, as of late January 2026, full set of files has not been released.
Okay, so here we go. I typed in ChatGPT. In summary, why the files have not been released yet. The president cannot literally release the DOJ investigative files.
What is
without the
DOJ? What is DOJ?
DOJ. I'm sorry, DOJ, Department of Justice. The DOJ investigation files without the DOJ cooperation and legal review.
Sir, who's in charge of the DOJ?
Pam Bondi.
Cool. Pam Bondi. Who does Pam Bondi work for?
She works for the U.S. citizens.
No, she works for Donald Trump. She is handpicked and selected and appointed by Donald Trump.
That's the problem right there. You assume everybody that he appoints works for him. He appointed
In
them.
this,
but
I don't think everyone that he appoints works for him. In this case, he specifically came out and said, Pam Bondi works for me. I am in charge of the Department of Justice. He said that in January. He signed an executive order saying that in January.
yeah, Pam Bondi is in charge of the.
Sir, did you hear
Department of
what I
Justice.
just said, sir? Donald Trump says he's in charge of DOJ. He signed an executive order saying he's in charge of DOJ. Okay. The DOJ falls under the executive branch, which he is in charge of. Okay. And this entire time, Donald Trump has been just outwardly saying, I am in charge of the DOJ. Now, all of a sudden, now that the Epstein files need to be released, Donald Trump obviously all of a sudden all of a sudden, all of this power, which is given to him by the Constitution, which is given to him by his own executive order, and that he says he has no longer exists. What are we talking about here, sir?
Well, yeah, exactly. What you're talking about is not having a check and balance in the government.
We don't
He can
have a
appoint
check and balance in
people,
this
but he
government.
doesn't control people.
Sir, what check and balance does the executive branch have on the executive branch?
not everybody agrees with everything that everybody does.
Sir, what power does the executive branch have on the executive branch? Because let's be clear, who the people who check the executive branch's power would be the legislature. The legislature has already passed legislation saying to release the Epstein files. Okay. And the judiciary, which would be federal court judges, and the federal court judges have already said to release the Epstein files. All of the checks and balances on this system have all agreed to release the Epstein files. All of them. Okay? Let's also be clear that Democrats aren't in charge of any of those branches. They're not in charge of they're not in charge of the executive, they're not in charge of the legislature, they're not in charge of the judiciary. Republicans control all three branches of the government. All of the checks and balances belong to Republicans. And all of those branches are saying that it's okay to release the files. The judiciary, the legislature, all of them are saying it. Donald Trump could release those files right this very second, and he is choosing not to. Against the law, by the way.
Why is he choosing not to?
Sir, I don't know why he's choosing not to. I do not pretend to live inside of Donald Trump's head. Okay? Trust me, I think I am a lot more sane by not knowing what's going on in Donald Trump's head. Okay? But here's all I'm going to say. If someone was accusing me of something, okay, and I was in charge of releasing those things and I wasn't in them and I didn't do anything, I would release them very, 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 very quickly. Okay. So I believe, well, we know he's in them. In what capacity, we're not sure, right? We know he's in them.
Because he took a picture prior to
because
all of,
it's already been released that people were in the room when Pam Bondi said that his name was in there. Also, it's been released by multiple FBI agents that they've been instructed to go in and find Donald Trump's name in them. So we know that he is in them. Which capacity he's in them, I don't know. Okay? But I'll tell you this much, all right? We've already seen files. They don't look good for him. Okay? So he's either covering for himself, he's covering for his friends, or the more likely case is a big mixture of both.
Well, sir, it was good talking to you.
Yep, absolutely, man. You have a good one, all right?
You too. Bye.
All right, Sean, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here today. We are going to keep this thing going and go on to the next caller, and we're going to see how long we can run this today. We got some time today. If you guys would like support, I do have pay links in the bio. They're all at Polypolitics, and on all the apps over there. And I also have super chats. I also have a couple more DJ glasses over here that we're working on, trying to hope maybe you can clear out that gift gallery on that one today. So thank you guys so much. Luis, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said no free pass for no one. I think that was probably referring to the immigration thing, or that guy previously that was like the big ladder puller, I'm guessing. Oh, excuse me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Luis. Beat, thank you so much for the $10. And hey, Paulie, it's Beat again. Hey, Paulie, it's me again. Sorry. I've been in love with watching these every day and wanted to spread an important message to everyone. There's another general strike happening tomorrow if you can participate. I don't know anything about that, but if there is one, please make sure you participate because that's awesome. That's really, really awesome. So I'll have to look into that. If you got any more info, send it to me. Thank you so much, Beat. Booty, thank you so much for the poop. Tad, thank you so much for the $5. Said, why do these people think that Captain Bankrupt would be good with our debt? I don't know. That is the big thing that gets me. Like, hey, bankrupted a bunch of countries, added more debt in 4 years than any president ever. Should be good for our debt. I don't get it, Tatted. I really don't. But thank you. Danielle, thank you so much. He said USAID accounts for 1% of the federal budget. I don't even think it was a full 1% if I'm correct on that. It's a tiny, tiny little part. But a kid was learning Sesame Street. The horrors. Y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow.
Insane.
Please make sure y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate that. We do this pretty much every single day. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Luis, thank you so much for the $5. Said, don't forget about the Epstein files. Oh, you knew I wasn't going to do that. T, thank you so much for the jewels. Disassociate, thank you so much for the five. Said, I'm studying for the February 2026 bar exam, reviewing constitutional law right now. Feels like a joke with everything going on. Yeah, I feel like maybe you should just skip that part and maybe I don't know. We might have a constitution by the time you pass the bar, so we'll see. Thank you so much. Also, Marika, thank you so much for the 10. Said from Cat Mom in the chat from Canada. Thank you, Paula. You're the best. Thank you so much, Marika. Amy, thank you so much for the 5. Sorry, I'll read that in a second. Portia, thank you so much for the 10 with the peace sign over there. I got to get it into Amy's and read it because it's pretty long over there. So, Amy says, maybe if I can open it up. For using the liberal chat GPT. That was a wild ride. Great job. How patient you are. Yeah, apparently there's a liberal chat GPT and a chat GPT for everybody else. So so I guess I need to jump on his chat GPT. Can we get some big W's in chat for everyone that supported and extra big chat in the W's in chat for Disassociate, trying to come out and be one of these lawyers. One of the lawyers on the good side of history. So we need big W's in the chat for that. So again, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and support the live again. Thank you guys so much for clearing out those DJ glasses too. I really appreciate that. A little gift goal clear over there. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
It's insane.
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
40.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
Why is that? I support Trump because he's just cashing in on everything that he's saying.
He's just cashing in on, like, when he said, like, I'm going to lower your grocery prices on day one. And then grocery prices are higher, like, significantly than they were before. Like that?
Well, I mean, obviously it's kind of like a little push to be, asking for such. This isn't like a drive-through, so it's not like, stuff has to be done.
He's been president for over a year now. They've gone the opposite direction.
Well, I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it like that.
Like the truth, sir?
What do you, as far as the truth, what do you mean?
I mean, it is a fact that he has been president for a year. It is a fact that he ran on lowering grocery prices day one. And it is a fact that after a year, grocery prices are significantly higher than they were a year ago. So that those are just facts. I don't know in what like scope I'm supposed to look at it to.
Well, I'm not understanding why you think it takes a year. Why isn't it just something about?
Why isn't it something about what, sir? Did you stop talking?
No, it must have disconnected. Anyway, I just think that it'll be some time. This whole instant pudding type shit that everyone wants is obviously just not going to happen.
Well, sir, again, I didn't make the claim for instant, right? I'm not the one who said I think Donald Trump should lower grocery prices on day one. I didn't say that. You're the one who came up and made the claim that Donald Trump is cashing in on all the things that he said he was going to do, right? So I'm not holding Donald Trump to my expectation. I'm holding Donald Trump to his words, right? To what he ran on, right? But I think that after a year, I think that is more than enough time to see progress towards something, right? And if we're not seeing progress, and on the other hand, we're seeing degradation, right? Then yeah, I think it's necessary to call that out, right? If they were the same as they were a year ago, or just maybe a little bit better than they were a year, just barely, you know what I'm saying? Or about average or something like that, then we have something to talk about. But they have significantly rose. And there doesn't seem to be a plan anywhere to bring them down. Thank you so much, Xlax. I appreciate that.
Well, I'm not expecting this much is all, but as far as like everything else, the ICE taking care of business, Border Patrol taking care of business. Because it wasn't a big deal. Nobody gave two fucks about when Clinton said it. What else? Oh yeah, Obama said it. But then now everybody's going all fucking nut job crazy. Now that Trump is doing it, it's all talked about, but nobody ever says anything. It's like you guys have a mission to hate Trump. So it's like, well, what are you talking about?
Well, sir, because it's a false equivalency. Okay,
Well, false equivalency. There was 2 presidents and 1 running for president, and they have all said it over and over again. Clinton was running on that. I'm going to make sure the American man has all this. Obama said the same dumbass shit.
Can I explain why it's Can I explain why it's a false equivalency now, or is that?
Well, yeah, go ahead. Why is it a false equivalency? This is always interesting how you can come up with 4 people saying the exact same thing, but it doesn't matter.
Well, they haven't said the exact same thing,
Democrats
sir. Did Obama or Clinton call people from Somalia garbage people? Did he say that? Hold on. I'm not. No, sir. I let you talk significantly. I said 2 words, you cut me off and started talking again. Then I just said 2 more words and you cut me off and started talking again. I'm not finished,
fine.
So it's my turn to talk.
Turn.
Yeah, perfect. I appreciate that. Obama and Clinton did not call Somali people garbage people. He also didn't say that immigrants were vermin that were poisoning the blood of the United States, right? Which is poisoning the blood of the country, which is a direct quote out of Mein Kampf. Let me be very, very clear on that. Okay, neither of those other 2 presidents had their Homeland Security with signs up that literally said, "One of ours, all of ours," which is literally a Nazi slogan from when the Nazis massacred an entire village in Czechoslovakia after they killed 1, SS soldier. None of those people had ICE that were going around with this express goal of terrorizing people, that were beating up people, having a systemic freaking issue with or systemic a systematic approach to the separation of families. They didn't build concentration camps. They didn't send people to torture prisons in El Salvador. They didn't send people to countries that they weren't from. They didn't do any of those things. They didn't have ICE or Customs and Border Protection agents shooting unarmed American citizens in the back for standing and videotaping. They didn't do any of these things. There weren't people in these ICE detention centers. Sir, there weren't these ICE detention centers where literally ICE agents are strangling 53-year-old men to death in front of people, right? So these are not equivalencies, sir.
I didn't hear about that one.
Well, that's fine, sir. There's tons more. I'm sure you haven't heard of Keith Porter or many of the other people that have been also killed by ICE or Customs and Border Protection while they were doing all of these things, right? But what I'm saying is, sir, is that these are a false equivalency. If Donald Trump was doing what he ran on, okay, which was, I am going to get the criminals out of this country, right? Then guess what, sir?
Do you agree with that?
Sir, if you would just let me speak, I'd answer your questions before you'd even get to them. Okay? If Donald Trump was doing what he said he was going to do, which is getting criminals out of this country, I have 0 problem with it. In fact, I would endorse it. If Donald Trump would take his ICE agency, which he has now made the same size as the Israeli military, by the way. I don't know if you know that or not. But Donald Trump's ICE is currently the same size as the Israeli military. Okay? If he was to take that and to go after violent criminals, after cartel members, after people that were trafficking drugs in the United States, and that is what his focus was, then I don't have an issue with it. I would actually support it. I would be 100% for it. Less than 3% of the people that are being apprehended by ICE or Customs and Border Protection right now have any type of violent criminal record. Less than 3%. Okay,
I don't know about that,
sir. I'm not. This is not an. I don't know about this. This is directly from CBP and from Homeland Security's data. Less than 20% have any criminal record at all. I mean, and that goes down to like a speeding ticket. All right. Which means that 80% of them are just people that are living their everyday lives, people that are going to work, people that are trying to do things the right way, and that has been the focus of Donald Trump's immigration policy.
Well, the problem with these softies is that everybody wants to concern themselves with shit that don't belong, that doesn't, you shouldn't worry about.
Sir, I am always worried about human rights, especially when those rights are
Of course am
afforded.
I.
Well, sir, especially when those rights are afforded to us by the Constitution, and Donald Trump's, Homeland Security is in violation of those.
But see, the problem with the illegal immigration and everything, that everybody just decided to come over here because we're great and so on and so forth, it's because we're getting bent over. This is like, the country's just nothing full of soft people such as yourself that just be like, how about we just pretend we're on a plane, okay? Pretend we're on a plane and the air masks come down. Do you put it on yourself or do you put it on the guy next to you?
If the guy is sitting there and fully capable, then I put it on myself. If the guy is at a disadvantage, say that guy has a disability or that person is a child or something like that, then I put it on them first and then I put it on myself.
You put it on yourself.
No, I just
else.
I just
You
answered
put it on yourself
I
before you assist anyone else.
sir, if you're on a
That's
plane,
how it works. That's how the American people should work. You put it on yourself. You take care of Americans.
sir,
100%.
that's fine. But sir,
If you're
we're not
supposed to be
we're
here,
not taking care of
then
them,
you
sir.
don't belong
We're
here.
shooting American citizens in the face.
Really shooting
Yeah.
people after she tried to use her car.
What about Alex
to
Peretti? Alex Peretti was
assault-
on his
Alex
back.
Peretti was a fucking idiot who was assaulting officer the week prior. Who gives a shit?
Oh,
he fucked around.
wow.
He found out.
Wow.
This is what the problem is.
Do you
He wouldn't walk up to
see
a
this,
fucking
sir?
Officer.
Do you see this, guys? Do you see how willing they are to get rid of their own rights? Do you see how
Get rid
willing
of
that Trump
whose
supporters, the
It
rights
was
afforded to you
dumb.
by the Constitution, sir?
It
They are
was
so
dumb. He
quick.
did dumb things.
Sir, he was standing there protecting a woman.
He wasn't
Videotaping.
protecting nobody except for to try and get his 15 minutes of wallflower playing. So
Sir,
That
he was
being said-
protecting a literal woman. A woman and him and a woman were standing there on the sidewalk.
he
Sir,
could-
I
but-
am talking. I don't know whether you
She
didn't
could
graduate.
protect herself.
Sir, I
Couldn't
don't know if
she?
all right.
She
I don't
could
know if you
protect
didn't
herself.
graduate kindergarten or you have the attention span of a goldfish, but please be
I
quiet.
do. That's so funny. I do. I was just saying that.
Yeah, I believe that, sir. Now, please, for the love of God and with all due respect, shut the fuck up.
I don't.
All right, I'll just mute you. That's fine. Sir, she was standing there videotaping, which is her First Amendment right. Alex Peretti was standing there videotaping, which is his First Amendment right. He was carrying a
Perfect.
legal and concealed firearm, which he was registered to carry.
myself.
Sir, I'm going to hang up the phone with you if you talk while I'm talking again. Last chance. Okay. I've already had children. I don't need more. Thank you.
How many?
Using his Second Amendment right. Okay. He was standing there, he was tackled, he was disarmed, and he was shot in the back. Okay. That goes against all of our human rights as human beings to have the right to live in this country. Okay. And the fact, sir, the fact that you're defending it, okay, because you are okay with the suspension of human rights and of American rights in the United
that
States,
doesn't have anything to do-
of American rights in the United States right now, okay, in order to push this agenda that you have to just hate migrants, okay, is really just sad. And this is exactly, okay, how we end up in authoritarian regimes. This is how we end up in fascism. All right. This is how we end up on this. All right. When we suspend our own rights, this is when we end up in horrific situations. All right, y'all. Please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. People are like, oh, he hung up. No, he didn't. Did you guys not hear me? I said if he talked again while I was talking, I was hanging up the phone. I thought I made myself very clear. I tried to say one sentence, got cut off 6 times. Talk again while I'm talking. I felt like you guys ever watch the Player Haters Ball? Y'all ever watch the Player Haters Ball? Next person to talk while I'm talking is getting shot. You can believe that. All right, that's what I felt like when I did that. Y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna move on to the next caller. Hopefully, we could get somebody that has a little bit more patience, maybe a little bit more. I don't know, anything. Baritone, thank you so much for the happy poop. I appreciate that. Wonder Twin, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that. Said, I love your channel. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate that. I love having you here. Luis, thank you so much for the $5. Said Tony on the talk. The Luis PR to the. Okay, so you Tony, thank you so much for the DJ glasses over there. You confuse me. All right, like I said, you gotta have the same name in both places. All right. Or I get confused. I'm easily confused. I'm easily confused, but thank you so much. Allie, thank you for all of the surfing penguins. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That is very sweet. Thank you so much. WC the chat for Allie, Luis, and Wonder Twin. If y'all would like support, I do have super chats. I have pay links in the bio. Oh, excuse me. They're all at Polypolitics, just like my name. So thank you guys so much for those. And we're going to keep this thing going and bring up the next caller. What do you guys think? I think we still got some time. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. We got plenty of time. I love you, man, but I need to leave. That's okay. If you have to leave, then make sure you just catch up later, you know? Claudia, no, I'm sorry. I don't do pay to kick. I'm sorry. I talk to people as long as I want to talk to them. Not as long as you guys want me to talk to them. Luis, you can go back to TikTok. I saw you over there. You can go back over there. It's fine. Just over here bouncing back and forth on me, all right? Thank you so much, Luis. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you? Hi,
Hello?
how old are you? All right, well, I guess we're not dealing with that then. I think he forgot to pick up the phone and put it near his ear. Happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. We'll move on to the next person. It always cracks me up when people, it must be some MAGA mobile stuff. It must be some MAGA mobile stuff. It is that Trump phone. They got that Trump phone going on. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm in my 40s.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Sure. Of course.
All right. Why is that?
Well, I think for my money, the crackdown on transgenderism, the horrific social toll that has plagued our society with both, and to me, the female sports thing is just the tip of the iceberg. It's more so about the tens of thousands, if not even maybe even hundreds of thousands of young people who have had or would have had their genitals mutilated. I think just the fact.
And how are they having their genitals mutilated, sir? Sir, how are they having their genitals mutilated?
When you cut someone's genitals off,
that's not legal in children in any state in the United States.
Oh, so you're telling me that that no teenager has ever had their breast removed in a double mastectomy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming both boys and men. I assume cancer affects all of us.
Are you serious?
Yeah, cancer is horrible. So, are you laughing at teenagers with cancer? With cancer?
No, I'm you know, I've kind of listened to your.
Here's another little fun part for you, bud. Hey, here's another little fun part for you. I don't know if you know this.
Wait. Hold on. No. I listened to your show, and you are really particular about people cutting you off. So I think if you ask for that respect, you should give it.
Yeah. Breasts aren't genitals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Now you can continue.
Thank you for clearing that up. I guess that makes it better. Just I guess cutting
No, it
off
just
the
makes
cutting
you
off the
wrong,
breast.
sir. It doesn't make it better or worse. It just makes you wrong.
Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
It's an irrelevant point
It is
because you
not.
know that you know what I'm getting. So let's just talk.
No,
Let's
it's
just
an
let's just talk about
incredibly,
trans.
it's like an
Let's just
incredibly,
let's.
it's an
Thank
incredibly
you. I'm
relevant point.
speaking. Thank you.
Sir,
I'm
I bet you
speaking.
there was
I'm
somebody,
speaking.
I bet you that somebody, I bet you there was a
I would like
teenager,
to.
I bet you there was a
Are you
teenager
going to
who
talk
got,
over me? Is that what we're going to
I'd
do?
rather talk
Is that what
instead
we're
of
going to
you,
do?
honestly. But, honestly, I
know,
bet you
because I
there
know
was
what you're
even,
doing. You're
I bet you there was a
losing the
teenager
argument,
who
so
got
now
their
you're trying to
hair cut
control
too.
it.
And I don't know if you know this, but
Yeah,
hair,
yeah.
also
Talk to
not
me about.
genitals.
Talk to
You
me.
know that?
Talk to me about.
Some
Talk to me
teenager
about how you
someplace
feel.
is
Do you
getting their
feel? Do you?
fingernails cut
This
today
is incredible.
at a manicure,
This is
and those
incredible.
are also not genitals. It's crazy.
Okay, thank you for pointing that out.
I
Now,
just think
if I could
I thought it was
continue,
important to help you out on what
if I could, okay,
on
if
what
I could
genitals
continue,
are, since you didn't know.
tell me how you feel about children transitioning. Tell me about that. Do you
I
think
think
that's a
that
good thing?
those are decisions to be made between the child, the parent, and their doctor, and their psychologist and all that sort of stuff. I'm not a clinical person on that, and I don't have a transgender child, so I choose not to involve myself in other people's children's genitals.
Oh yeah. So so what if
I know you Trump supporters
if
are like don't really agree with me. That's why you guys still support him after the Epstein files. You guys are super concerned with children's genitals, but I'm just not.
oh yeah. Thank you for bringing up the Epstein file. But we'll come back to the transgender thing because that was an interesting dodge. But what I find really interesting is that I know for a fact that people like you don't give two craps about the Epstein files. Could you tell me one person on the left that was calling for the release of the Epstein files under the Biden administration? Why do you suddenly care about it?
Would you like me to answer?
It was a question, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know. I went to go answer and you started talking, so I just want to make sure I'm good now.
I did not go. I did not do that. You talk over me and then you don't let me talk. And now when I be quiet, you say I'm talking. Go ahead, man.
I don't think
Answer
you know
the
how
question.
conversations work, but regardless of that, sir, the Epstein
Thank
files.
you for being.
Okay,
could you
see, there he goes
possibly be
again.
more condescending. You're such
I
a
actually
prick.
can be quite a bit more condescending if you'd like me to be.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank
But
you.
I'd also like you to answer the question while you're at it.
This is my third try now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the Epstein case was still under investigation under the Biden administration, so therefore they legally were not allowed to be released.
Okay. Okay.
You know, the funny thing is Donald Trump.
Freaking unbelievable.
You know what's actually kind of crazy
Freaking
is
unbelievable.
Donald Trump could have, like truly could have, just kept it under investigation, and then the Epstein files never would have had to been released because the Epstein file case was closed. But what he did instead, sir, is he put freaking Dan Bongino and Kash Patel in charge of the FBI, right? People who had entire YouTube channels that were dedicated to the release of the Epstein files. And they were talking about it consistently every day on their show. So what he did is he put people in charge that closed the investigation. The reason why they closed that investigation was so the files could be released, because with the investigation still being open, the files couldn't be released. All right. But there actually were some, quite a few prominent Democrats and stuff like that that had talked about it and all sort of stuff, who had said that it was horrible, who said we need, advocacy for the victims and all sort of stuff. But this isn't even a right or left thing anymore. I mean, we have Republicans across the board that are not across the board, but tons of Republicans that are saying that these Epstein files need to be released so the victims can get justice. It has nothing to do with right or left anymore.
I don't disagree with that at all. I just think that I just think that you don't care about it. You just use it as a club to try to bash.
No,
Trump.
sir. Unlike you, when people are actually sexually assaulted, I care. Unlike Trump supporters.
Sure, yeah. Unlike Trump supporters. Sure.
Well, I mean,
Let's
you
get
voted
back
for
to
him
the
after he
gen-
was
let's-
adjudicated of sexual
let's get
assault.
back- Oh, really? So you're bringing up what's that lady's name? What's that crazy lady's name?
Victim
what's her
blaming
name?
before you even knew her name. That's impressive.
Yeah, she's not really relevant.
That's crazy how you're going to victim blame
what's
someone
really-
and you don't even know their name. That's pretty impressive.
Why does her name matter?
Well, I'm just figuring if you're going to victim blame someone, you would just,
Why
know their
does that?
name.
But what relevance does her name has to do with the facts?
What does her name have to do with the facts? The names are a fact.
What does
They're literally a fact.
I don't even. What can I? Let me just get to the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making.
Can you get there quicker?
Is that if you would shut up, I could.
Well, I can't, sir. You told me to be more condescending.
Oh, thank you for that. So whatever her name is, they literally changed the law to try to. Her whole case came straight out of Special Victim Units episode. It came out of a TV episode. She supposedly she's in some department store in broad daylight. Donald Trump is sexually assaulting her. She couldn't get the facts straight. The whole trial took place in a place in New York City was completely motivated, politically motivated to try to get some conviction on Donald Trump. And there's not a single shred of actual evidence. It was complete hearsay. If you could give me a single example of concrete evidence that would convict Donald Trump. The dress. She presented a dress?
Hmm?
Okay. And she presented
Sir,
a dress
you just
from
I was
25
just
years
jumping in
ago.
on that. You like half of what you just said was wrong, so I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, sorry, half is a little bit overkill. 95% of what you just said was wrong.
You know what? I just thought about something because
You did?
I realized what
First
you
time?
done. I realized what
First
you
time?
did done. You got us off the
Congratulations, man.
transgender thing, which is what I started
Congratulations,
to
man.
talk.
I'm proud of you for
I'm
I'm proud of you for
Let's get
finally
back to
doing
the
it, all right, bud?
transgender thing.
Yeah.
Let's get back.
No,
to the
sir, we're talking
transgender
about this, and I'm not going to let you pivot on it. Okay.
No. Oh no! I started out talking about the trans, and you asked me why.
Well,
I
I'm
support
sorry
Donald
that
Trump.
you don't have a
Isn't
very
that
good attention span, sir. But now we're
Isn't
talking
that-
about something, and I'm not going to end talking about
No,
it just because it's your
No,
first time
you don't-
thinking
you
about
don't wanna
something.
talk-
Okay.
You don't want to talk about the transgender thing because you're wrong.
Well, how about this, sir? I'm
Because
going to
you don't
continue
have to-
talking about what I
you-
was just getting ready to talk about, and you can
don't
either.
wanna- you don't want to talk.
Insane.
Do you want to be here while I talk about it? It doesn't bother me.
Hold on. Let's let your listeners.
Sir, I'm going to
hear
start my
your-
sentence, and if you
let's
keep
let-
talking, then
let's
I'm just
let-
hanging up, okay?
Let's let his listeners
All right,
hear
cool.
what you're saying.
Insane.
So what I was
told
saying,
me-
sir, is yes, there was actual physical evidence. The law was not changed in order for Donald Trump. It wasn't a conviction because it wasn't a criminal case. So that was wrong. The law wasn't changed because of Donald Trump. The law was actually changed to go after priests that were sexually assaulting children well before it ever came up with Donald Trump, right? And it wasn't that the law was changed. It was just that the statute of limitations was changed. So what it used to be is for a civil court to, in order to bring that case against someone in a civil court, it had to be within a certain amount of years. They just expanded the years till, whenever the fuck, so. Yeah, that's about it. Please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Insane.
I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to the next caller and keep this thing going. Don't want to waste too much time, but BB, thank you so much for the $2. Delissa, thank you so much for the $15. So LOR, they are going to wait until America is that shithole country. No one is walking around with L or R on their forehead. Everyone can be next. It's going to be L and R, and it's going to be like, I'm telling you, it's going to be like some Antichrist shit, dude, like chips in the forehead or something. I'm telling you, it's going to be wild. It's going to be a good time. Y'all ain't going to want to miss it. Thank you so much, Delissa. Betty, thank you so much. The $2 said conservatives always thinking of kids' anatomy. They are seriously concerned with people's genitals. Like they are insanely concerned with people's genitals. I do not know why. It is quite strange. Thank you so much. Megs, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really appreciate that. If you'd like to become a member or gift a membership, it really does help support the team. So I really appreciate that and helps to build up media like this. So thank you so much. Shadow, thank you so much for $5. I volunteer as tribute as a transgender person and a leftist calling for the release of Epstein files. We have our tribute. Okay. Donald Trump did want to do a Hunger Games. He did talk about wanting to do a Hunger Games. That did happen in real life in this country in the year of our Lord 2025. So just being clear, but I don't know if it's all you're all at him. All right, Shadow. Thank you so much. Robs, this guy is a complete chuckle fuck. He's about to cry. I think he actually might have cried. Luis says, stop trolling. Why? It was kind of fun. Okay. When he started being like, can you be more condescending? I was like, my first thought was like, I can try, which is what made him cry, like Rob said. I was like, I could try it. X Laxi, thank you so much. Said pardoning January 6 rioters was enough for me not to support this president. That should have been enough for everyone. Unfortunately, we're still here. Don't know how, but unfortunately, we're still here. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate that. We're going to open up the phone lines, keep this thing going. If you guys would like support, I do have super chats. I have all my pay links in my bio. The, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics, like my name. I think I threw up one train, for the live gift goal. I don't know. We're just throwing stuff out there. I think after this one, I'm just going to do like 500 of like the cheapest one I can find or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to be doing some random stuff. We'll see. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
How old am I?
Yes.
37.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yep.
Awesome. Why is that?
Because he's getting illegal immigrants out of here.
And why do you support him for that?
Well, look at all the illegal immigrants that have killed Americans in this country.
I mean, think of all the American citizens that have killed Americans in this country.
True, but they should be here. The illegal immigrants shouldn't be here.
And what decides who should or shouldn't be here?
They're not born here.
So what?
They need to go through the process through the ports and be vetted and checked for criminal activity before they're brought into this country. But
yeah,
the Biden administration just literally let everybody in here.
Sure.
So you're telling me you can go up.
An insanely large portion of the people that Donald Trump is throwing into concentration camps came here through ports of entry. Over 2.5 million people, according to the Cato Institute, which is a right-leaning publication, by the way, over 2.5 million people had their legal status in this country overturned under the Trump administration in 2025.
No.
I'm not asking your opinion, sir. That was not something for us to debate back and forth on. According to the Cato Institute, which is a right-leaning publication, 2.5 million people had their legal status overturned in the United States in 2025 under the Trump administration. Donald Trump has also used the court system in order to go after people. He has arrested people who are trying to do things the right way. He has used the IRS to go after people who are paying their taxes. Okay.
Okay, but did they come in here during the Biden administration or the Trump administration?
Both.
So who's to say that they were actually checked out to see if they were illegal or not, like if they had any criminal activity in their previous country?
The fact that they were legally here, sir, that says that. Right? In order to gain TPS or any of those statuses in the United States, those ones that Donald Trump is revoking, you have to have a background check done.
Granted, but regardless, we need to get all the criminals out of here. I mean,
I have no problem with getting the criminals out. Less than 20% of anybody in the United States that Donald Trump is apprehending or arresting have any criminal record at all. And that includes like parking tickets and jaywalking, dude. And less than 3% have any violent criminal history at all.
But how could you look a parent in the eye of somebody that was killed by an illegal immigrant and say, okay, yeah, let's just let him in?
Just as horrifically as freaking I can look parents in the eyes for children that are killed by school shootings, and those same people that are talking about immigration still freaking advocate for no gun control and no gun laws. That
I understand that, but
the same way that I look at those same freaking parents of children who were sexually assaulted by people in the Epstein files, and Donald Trump still freaking covers them up and tries to hide them, sir.
Yes, but we need to worry about America first. I mean, when you have millions of homeless vets sleeping on the street and then the homeless problem we have and the drug problem, we should be taking care of our American citizens first before we worry about other people from other countries.
Sir, we can do both. We're not. This is not.
No, not really. Look.
No, sir. I'm still in the middle of my sentence. I don't know what you guys are on today. Okay, that don't want me to finish a sentence, but you need to take it down a notch. Okay.
Okay, finish your sentence.
Because you're going to annoy me. All right. We could take care of both. We're choosing not to. Because let's also be clear that immigrants put more money into our tax system than they take out. Okay, in the last traceable year, undocumented immigrants paid $98 billion into our tax system and only received $33 billion in federal funding, including putting $22 billion into Social Security. Okay,
Oh,
so
you said illegal immigrants?
undocumented immigrants, yes. Okay,
Okay, you
so
have to have a social
why
security number
won't
to pay
you let me
taxes.
fucking finish, dude?
Because
Just
you're lying.
shut
You're-
the
you're-
fuck up. If you want to tell me I'm lying, tell me after I'm done speaking.
Okay.
Be
go for it.
quiet. God, this is like the third 30-something-year-old in this that I've had today that literally did not graduate kindergarten. What are we talking about? Just be quiet and let me speak. I let you speak.
Okay, go for it.
Jesus Christ, dude. I literally just told you that the Donald Trump administration is using the IRS to go after undocumented immigrants. Okay, I literally just said that. Pay attention. All right. So when we are actually taking care of American citizens by having undocumented immigrants here because they pay into the social safety nets of people in the United States, which then goes to take care of people like homeless vets. Okay. They pay those taxes that helps go to those things.
You done?
You see how I'm not talking anymore?
Okay, I'll just make sure, man.
Literally something we learned in kindergarten.
I don't want you to have a mental breakdown.
I'm
again.
not having a
Calm
mental
down, guy.
breakdown, sir, and I'm not upset. It's just very, very frustrating that you have to be ignorant and loud. Like, can't you just pick a struggle, dude? If you're gonna be stupid, at least speak when you're spoken to.
Okay. All right.
Like, just being
Gonna go now,
loud
right?
and stupid, bro. Like, it's such a horrible combination, dude.
Okay. So are you done? Okay. So you're saying that Donald Trump uses the IRS to go after illegal immigrants, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you do realize you have to have a social security number to have taxes taken out on you.
Incorrect.
No, that's not incorrect.
It is incorrect.
You had a social security number.
Nope.
That's the
Social
very
Security
first
is
thing they ask for
one
you
of-
when you apply for a job is your social security number.
Actually, it says Social Security number or I-10.
Yeah, but for order them to take taxes out, you had to have a social security number.
Or an I-10.
And then you say that they pay all this money into it, but did you not just see the thing in Minnesota where the fake daycares they were getting paid millions of dollars into it? Where's that money going?
Yeah. Again, sir, you need a Social Security number or an I-10. Okay. And an I-10 is what undocumented immigrants use to pay taxes before they get a Social Security number. And that's why the paperwork actually says both those things. Okay. But when it comes to the fraud in Minnesota, that fraud had been investigated since 2022. There's already over 60 people in jail for it. It was being led by a white lady who's an American citizen. And the people that were committing the fraud were all American citizens. They were just Somali American citizens. So again, not undocumented immigrants.
Yeah, but why I don't understand what was the purpose of bringing race into it. you act like there's not.
I'm not
other
bringing
races
race
of
in, sir.
different-
We're talking about documented immigrants.
You said a white lady. That's bringing race into it. You know, there's
Okay, sir.
white people that are not Americans, right?
That wasn't me bringing race into it. But if you want me to be more specific with you, she was a white lady who was American citizen, which is what I said. Okay. I was saying white lady, so I differentiate her from a Somali American. Okay. I'm sorry that got your feelings all hurt.
Yeah, you could have just said American. I don't know why race has got to be brought into it.
They're
but, you know,
all
that's
American,
your
sir.
all go-to.
They're all
yeah, but that's your all
Americans.
go-to is bringing in race.
Sir, they're
everything.
all Americans, but some of them are white lady Americans and some of them are Somali Americans.
Yeah, but
See the
if
difference?
they're American, they're just American. That's how you end racism, is not bringing in race into everything. Just saying,
Nope.
guy.
How you end racism is a recognition of racism.
Yeah, but
Ignoring
that's
it goes.
definitely outplayed.
Ignoring it does the opposite, sir. But regardless of
Yeah.
any of that, sir, okay, when you're talking about these freaking migrants that were committing all this fraud, again, it wasn't freaking undocumented immigrants that were doing it.
what it was, though.
It was
Half of them don't even
American
speak English.
citizen, sir. I don't know why. I just said it 3 times. This is why it's so important for you to listen. I said it 3 times. American citizens.
Just because you say it doesn't make it facts. They don't.
No,
even
it
speak
is
English.
a fact, and that's why I said it.
What's your source? CNN.
Fuck, dude, like literally anywhere. Like literally, you can go on Fox News if you want, and you will find the source. It's not hard to find.
Yeah, I've researched it. It definitely said they were undocumented.
You have not, then.
Definitely have.
Then you're a liar.
Not a liar.
Yes, you are.
No reason to lie. I mean, it's a.
Sir, I didn't say you had a reason to lie. I said you are a liar.
But if I'm lying, I would have a reason to lie.
No. You can just be a bad
lie
person.
for a
Yeah.
reason.
Here's a reason. You're a bad person. Done.
You don't even know me, so how can you justify saying I'm a
Well,
bad
I know you're a
person?
liar. So.
Because I probably do more for my community than you do.
All right,
I'm
well,
not saying I do. I'm saying it's a possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It's not true,
Okay,
but
so-
it is a possibility.
Okay. So you can't justify saying I'm a bad person. But anyways, that's neither here or there.
No, I just gave you a
And
reason why you
there-
lied is because you're an American, because you're a bad person. You said I need a reason. That's your reason.
Nah. I mean, that's your opinion. But if you look at any other
But
country,
it's a
like-
reason, sir. But it is a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Yeah.
I get that. But if you look at any other country, say Japan, right? They're the same way. They don't want other cultures in their country. They don't want people in there. Like, say,
I'm
if
not
you were
trying
go
to be like Japan. Why would I want
But
to
I'm
be
just
like
saying
Japan?
Other countries do the same thing.
Sir, it's a really cool thing about America. Okay, you can move to and there's an old president that said that. It was actually I believe it was actually Reagan who said it. I think it was Reagan actually. Now that I remember it, who said you can move to Japan and you will never be Japanese. You can move to whatever. You can move to Germany and you will never be German. But this is United States. America is the only country that you can move to and then become American. Okay, that is what makes America great. That's what Reagan said. Okay, because it's true.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, regardless of that, other countries, okay, I get it. You can come to this country and become American. Just like Cuba, you're vetted as an American. But in other countries, like, say, if you go to Japan and say you cause a wreck, right, it's automatically your fault, even though it wasn't your fault during the wreck because you were supposed to be there.
That's not true.
That is 100% true.
You've obviously never been to Japan.
I've been to Japan. I was stationed in Japan.
You are a bold-faced liar. That is simply not true.
That is 100% true.
You think that in Japan, no matter whose fault it is, if you're an American, it's your fault. You think that that's what their law says.
100%.
Okay, you go ahead and prove that one for me then.
Look it up. You got a
No,
computer.
you look it up. Tell me where I can find it, and I'll pull it up. Sound good? That's such a crazy, just insane, stupid thing to say. Oh my God.
Yep, you can look it up for yourself, and 100% is true.
All right, then where can I look it up?
Google search it.
Again,
Google
sir,
search.
did you not hear me a second ago? I am not going to look that up. If you have a source, then tell me what the source is. If you don't, then you're a crazy person and I'm not listening to you anymore. Okay?
It's because you don't want to be proven wrong.
Insane.
Sir, no, I'm just not going to waste my time, truthfully. Okay?
You're on YouTube.
I am sure. I am sure.
YouTube
I am
arguing with
sure.
people and you say you
I
don't
am
have time.
sure that I have somebody more intelligent than talk to than you. Okay, but and since you did ask for a source, okay, right here, it actually specifically says that a vast majority of the people that were committing that are American citizens that were involved in that fraud case, right there, and I pulled up the source for you. Okay. So,
what was the source? What's the source?
No, sir, you shouldn't be asking about my source. You should be getting me one.
I'm on the phone. Like, I don't have a computer in front of me right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyways, like I just don't understand like you're like how somebody can have so much hatred for somebody that you make your whole life around it.
Sir,
Like,
you think this is
you make
sir,
your
sir? First of all, let's be very clear. Okay, your opinion on like what I do with my life or what makes me happy could literally not mean less to me. Okay, like literally, I could not give a flying fuck. Okay, about what you think makes me happy and how happy my life is. Okay, couldn't care less. Okay,
Didn't say
but here,
anything about your happiness.
shh. But here's
Oh,
what
God.
here's what I will say. Okay, you literally spend your entire life fucking hating immigrants who have done nothing fucking to you. Okay, so I don't know
How'd you
how.
know that?
Shh.
I've had a family.
Shh. Again, I'm talking. What is up with you guys today? Okay, you guys spend your entire life hating migrants that have never done you any fucking harm just because they're brown and come from someplace else or speak a different language than you. Okay. So I don't know how happy your life is, but I know by a long shot, mine is a lot happier than yours is. Okay. Because I spend zero time hating an entire group of people who's done nothing to me. Zero. I don't spend time hating trans people. I don't spend time hating immigrants. I don't spend time hating people that get abortions. I don't hate to spend time hating Somalians or frickin' gay people or anybody else. Okay. I don't spend time doing any of those things. Okay. I get to spend my time helping people. Okay. Being an advocate for people, right? Building communities with people. That's what I get to spend time doing. And it is very fulfilling and I love it. So I don't really see a problem. Luis, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships over there. Holy shit, Luis. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted over there. That is absolutely huge. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Huge W's in the chat for Luis. Y'all, I'm telling you, I know there's a bunch of you. First of all, y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate that. Also, if you guys are over on my portrait live over on YouTube, just remember there is a landscape live too. If you prefer to watch on a different type of platform, maybe not on your phone or whatever. I will tell you, memberships tend to flow over there a lot quicker. So not forcing you guys over anywhere, just saying there's two sides. All right. So if you guys are interested, so I appreciate you guys. Also, Kayla, thank you so much for the $3. He's so fucking he's so fucking loud and so fucking something. He's so fucking loud and so fucking wrong. Maybe we have to go back to kindergarten and start with, this is how you open a book. Maybe we should start with, these are letters. These are how letters work, right? We use them to document things. It's pretty awesome. If y'all would like support, I do have pay links in the bio. I have super chats. I put up a little gift called the little heart puffs because they were just a little cheapy ones. I figured I'd do a whole bunch of little cheapy ones. So if you like support too, I really appreciate that. Inhalation, thank you so much for the 6-7. Appreciate that. Tara, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really, really appreciate that. W's the chat for Tara. Jesse, thank you so much for the thumbs up. T, thank you so much for the thumbs up. Delissa, thank you so much for the $20. Says dump truck is giving funds by the millions to other countries, suing the Americans, DOJ, IRS, etc. by the millions, which is taxpayer money. But MAGA keeps saying America first. They are so stupid. Do some genuine research. Yeah, I just saw that thing about them suing the IRS, which is like literally crazy. I haven't gotten to research too much into it, so I don't want to go too far into it, but I did just see it. So we'll have to look at that. Thank you so much, Delissa. I really appreciate that. BB, thank you so much for the floating heart. Dave, the train guy, says, got a neat train fact if you want. We might get to a train fact or two tonight. We'll see. We'll see if we can get to one later. I'm ready to pull that off. Taylor, thank you so much for the cheers and the 100 joules or 1,000 joules. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Maurice, thank you so much for the laughing disco. And yeah, really, thank you so much, Taylor, for that cheers. That's 1,000 joules. I really appreciate that. All right, we're going to move on to the next caller and keep this thing going. So I really appreciate you guys. We're almost halfway through that 300 heart puffs, too. We got there a little faster than I thought we were going to. If you guys are here, thank you. Oh, Michelle just said she's new here. which is really awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Michelle. Welcome on in. Welcome to the team. If you guys are used to me being on, I know I used to take Fridays off and now I'm back on Fridays and all that sort of stuff. I am being forced by a certain mermaid to take some decompression time this weekend. So I will be on, but just for a second tomorrow. Expect me on right before 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. And I should be on for like an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours or something like that. Then I will be off for the rest of the night. And I will be off on Saturday. And then I will be doing a joint live on Sunday evening, okay, with said mermaid. All right. So if you guys miss me a whole bunch, please watch some replays. If you missed the live yesterday and the day before, please go back and watch those. They are recorded and on YouTube, so make sure you check those out. Those were really, really fun lives. Kayla, thank you so much for the $. Said, this is for my bad for spelling. Siri sucks. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. And Molly, thank you so much for the $20. Said, my new favorite podcaster, great responses in classroom management. Thank you so much, Molly. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that 20. That really does mean a lot. All right, let's open up these phone lines and get this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Ugh. Yeah, the Sunday joint lives are fun. I'm enjoying them too. We're still kind of figuring them out, but we're getting there. Hello, how are you?
I'm great.
Hi, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 23. I'm a supporter. I just have one quick question, please, because I don't hear nobody else talking about it, the other debaters. I am a supporter of you. Can you ask the Trumpers why does the Second Amendment only benefits Kyle Rittenhouse and it doesn't apply to Alex Preddy?
Oh, I actually asked someone that last night.
Oh, I wasn't on there. But that's all I wanted.
Sure, if we can get it in. It was either last night or the night before, but if we get one in, I will for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
and tell Rupert I said hi.
All right, Rupert's downstairs on the background of the joint live, so he's hanging out. But yeah, you have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Yo,
Hi, how are you?
what's up? I'm good.
Awesome. How old are you?
Like 19,
Like 19. What year were you born?
2007.
All right. So since you're like 19, what do you want to talk about?
I think Donald Trump is an inspiration to America.
He is. I agree.
Do you think that he's leading the young generation in a positive direction?
No, inspirations don't have to be good.
Donald Trump is leading young men to be greater.
I'm sure he's leading young children into all sorts of bad situations.
Like what? He's doing great things.
Epstein Island, I assume.
What?
All right, I got better things to do with that. Hello, how are you?
What's going on, man? What's your name again?
That's my name again. Have I introduced myself before?
Not to me.
All right, awesome. How old are you?
I am 25.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
In some aspects, yes. I think there are some things that he did a lot better, some things he did a lot worse.
Like the fascism part, like the democracy part.
I'm
like
still talking. You learned this in kindergarten. So
Yeah,
my biggest issue
you're
that I
right.
had with the previous administration.
All right, cool. And we're going to move on and keep going. Do-do-do. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Hi. How old are you?
I am 26.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
All right, cool. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hello?
Graduate kindergarten yet? I'm still talking.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Hello? Yeah. It's me from.
Sorry, I was still talking. Anyways.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how about you?
Good. How old are you?
Not 10.
I don't know if you said 19 or not 10.
I said
Either way, I don't believe you. Hello, how are you?
Who, me?
What do you mean, who me? You called.
Hello? Oh, hey. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How old are you?
This is Miles. I'm 44.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
No. Hell no.
All right, man. Well, I am looking for some Trump supporters right now.
Do you only want to talk to, like, Trump supporters?
Yeah, man. I don't want to sit here and talk to a bunch of people that would agree with me.
Okay.
Why would I want
Well,
to?
I just...
That doesn't sound entertaining
I
at
just have
all.
a quick question.
All right, go with your quick question.
Well, yeah. No, I was just wondering, like, you know, like, I'm having, like, a little bit of a, like, I'm struggling with, like, I work at a hotel, right? So I had to work with, like, all these, you know, there's so many people that are, you know, Trumpers and stuff, and I just feel like these guys are all, you know, they support the Gestapo and all that stuff. So I'm like, how do I deal with, what do you suggest, like, trying to deal with, you know, having to get up and go to work every morning?
Well, sir, you can't let the people that you work with bother you. You still got to eat, right, bro?
Yeah.
Yep. So, but just because you
that
work
I
with
do.
somebody doesn't mean that you have to talk politics with them or do any of that sort of stuff, right? You can just go to work and do your thing. Like I go to work every day too. I work with Trump supporters and stuff like that. And when they usually talk about their stuff, I usually just don't talk with them. Like, to be completely honest with you.
Ignore it. You think?
Yeah, but if they inquire on me, then I tell them what I feel, and we have that conversation, right? But I mean, I can't just go running down the street arguing with every single person, you know, that I work with. I don't think I'd be able to keep a job very long, and I still have to eat. So, I believe that there are correct times when you should confront people for the things they're doing, right? If they're saying things that are offensive or they're bothering you, or, you know, like, you know, being offensive to you, or especially if they're being offensive to others, right? I think that is an important time for you to step up and say what you want. If you're inquired about and people are asking you your opinion, or, you know, something like that, I also think that that's very important also. But outside of that, man, I mean, you can't, if nobody just worked if everybody just stopped working anywhere where a Trump supporter would be, we won't have any people on the left because we'll all just starve to death.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, no, it's just, I don't know. It can be.
I know it can be hard, man.
Especially like
it can be hard.
After Renee Good and Alex Preddy, like, I just feel like, dang, like, anyone who is still, like, I mean, I got people, like, you know, telling me, I work in a kitchen, they're telling me, like, hey man, you know, drive baby drive, and, you know, and they're, like, you know, taunting me and what's it called, like, trolling me. So
yeah, and I'm sure that could be really rough, man. And I bet you that makes for a very hostile work environment, and it's probably very rough on you, man. And I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer for that, man. I don't know your life situation. I don't know, you know, I don't know, like, whether you can get a new job or whether, you know, like, you know, you need this one. I don't know what your life situation is, man. But what I'll tell you this is, like, I sit here and I have conversations and arguments with some of the craziest, wildest Trump supporters that exist, right, on the planet.
Yeah.
And when I'm done, I turn this off and I don't think about them anymore, right? I have the ability to just let that go and to go on and live the rest of my life very, very calmly and easily. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to compartmentalize it. You're at work. You're there to do a job. If you have an HR, I would probably consider freaking maybe saying something, but at the same time, I've also worked in a kitchen, and I know that probably will go over like a box of rocks, right? So so I understand that, but no, I mean, there is no right answer, man. There is no right answer to
I mean, I try to stay away from HR because I feel like they're just like a arm of the management and stuff. They're never really going to side with you, but
they're probably not.
Yeah, and like as far as what you were saying about like what my situation is, it's a really good paying like union job and stuff. So I really just am kind of, I wouldn't say stuck, but I just really just like have to keep my situation going the way it is. So
you do,
but
you
yeah,
do.
no, I mean, I don't know, because you know, I just wonder,
you know,
if, like,
if it's a
is it
union
time to just
job,
man up.
No joke. If it's a union job,
yeah,
that might be your ticket right there, man. I don't know, but I'm saying if they're creating a hostile work environment and you're and your bosses aren't doing anything about it, that sounds like 100% a union issue. And that's
Yeah.
that might be your ticket. I might find a union rep and go that way. But hey, man, like go to work, and you sounds like you work in a kitchen. Just try to keep your head down and do your thing, man.
I didn't really want to take it there, but I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I thought you would have some insight.
You either gotta take it there or you gotta suck it up, dude. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just,
But yeah, no,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's all you got, bro.
Sucking it up.
You
Yeah.
either gotta suck it up or you gotta, it's only one way or the other. You either gotta deal with it, like what they say about like Drake when he got in that diss track against him, right? He lost the black way and the white way, right? Like you either gotta handle it one way or
totally
another.
agree.
Man,
I totally
or
agree.
you just gotta suck it up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty much affirming how I feel, but like I don't know. I just wanted to ask the question.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to bring up.
Sorry,
like,
I don't
if
have
you
a
got
better
second.
answer
I know
for you. I
know
really
you probably.
don't.
No, there is not that many good answers. I was going to ask you about, I was looking at a graph like of the wealth inequality in this country the other day, and it showed like there's like a tiny sliver of it's like 2.5% of the wealth. I mean, it's like if you had a pizza and you cut it up, it would be like one slice of pizza cut into 4 pieces, right? And that's 50% of the population, right? Something like that.
Yeah, a very small
So
percentage
a lot.
Yeah, a very small percentage
Yeah,
of the United
so-
States owns most of the wealth. But
something like 3 families have more wealth than
Yeah. What's your question, though,
200
man?
million people. So my question is like, I hear a lot, everyone's talking about this whole, the immigration stuff, and then, we got to deport people because the immigrants are taking our jobs, and how do we educate more of these, of these like Trumpers that aren't really actually.
What do you think I'm
educated
doing over here,
on
man?
What's
I'm here every damn day. What else do you want me to do, bro?
No, all right, sorry. I wasn't trying to give you a hard time. All right, so you bring that up all the time? I don't know. I don't.
No,
I
and
was
I'm
just
going to
flipping
finish
through
off with this
Instagram.
because I do want to move on to another
Or,
Trump supporter. So
YouTube.
I'm going to finish off with this, okay? And
Yeah.
I've said this for a long time.
Okay.
A lot of times when people have asked me why I do what I do, okay? And this is truthful,
Yeah.
okay? I talk to the
Yeah,
craziest.
no, I
to
appreciate
the-
you.
No,
Hey,
no,
get
just
in
listen.
there.
You're
Get
good,
in
man.
there, bro. I got
I
you.
talk to the
Yeah.
craziest, the wildest, the nuttiest, the most racist, bigoted, fucking crazy people in the world, so that you can take those arguments and talk to normal people, right? And your normal people that you talk to aren't like the people I'm about to I talk to, right? So you can take the ideas, you can take the thought process, you can take the rhythm, you can take the education, you can take the data, and then you can apply that to other people in your life. If maybe that's on your Thanksgiving table, or maybe that's your coworker or whatever, right? You can apply that, and so that's how you deal with it, sir. If you want to go again, if you want to argue with them, that's why you hang around. That's why you watch the live. That's why you gain the data and all this sort of stuff, and you gain the information, and then you can use that when the right time arises in your personal life. Make sense?
Right.
All
Yes,
right. Cool,
absolutely.
man. Well, I'm gonna move on to the next
Okay,
person,
man.
but I hope you have a good one. All right.
Oh
Good
yeah,
luck
for
at
sure.
work.
You too, man.
All right, man.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Nice guy. Hey, I talk to crazy people all day. I can take 2 seconds to talk to somebody calm for a second. y'all are sometimes worse than them. They are just so antsy, just like I gotta get to the next one. Like, relax, guys. Relax, guy. We'll be fine. Relax, guy. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
So I'll tell you like this. I travel the world a lot. And when I travel to third world countries, I travel to places that are allies with the US, I travel to places that hate the US. And when I show them my US passport under Trump versus under, for example, Biden, I feel like they're scared of me. I think Trump is batty. I think Trump, everybody is scared of.
Yeah, it's probably horror
You
that
agree
they
with
look
me?
at when they say it.
Say it again?
It's probably horror. They probably see your passport and they're like, "Oh, here's a guy that supports the end of democracy and the world order." So,
They don't.
I mean,
know
I would
that.
be
They think
afraid.
that
I
I'm
would be
just American.
afraid too, to be completely honest with you, sir.
So
They're
I'll
not
tell
afraid
you
of
like
you,
this.
though, sir. I just want to be very clear. They're not afraid of you.
Yeah, no, of
right?
course not.
You don't mean
I'm
anything.
a 21-year-old. I'm a
And you haven't traveled
21
that much. You're 21 years old, so like whatever.
No, trust me. I travel a lot. I travel 3 times a month. I travel 3 times a month. And I'll tell you like
don't
this.
care.
I think that
I think you could have
I
traveled
think
3
that
times a month
people-
for your entire adult life and not been to as many countries as I have. So, like,
So
I don't.
listen, I think that that whenever I travel to the countries, they ask me, these immigration officers, these soldiers I met. I was actually in St. Bart's, the territory of France. I met a couple of French military officers over there that are deployed there. And they're telling me that, God forbid, Trump invades their territory, because their territory is not protected at all. Their territory, anybody can invade technically. If Trump decides, I want to take over this island, there's nothing anybody can do. If Trump wants to take over, for example, Greenland, there's nothing they can do. Nothing at all.
Yes, there is.
He flexes.
There's.
the
What are you
US
talking about? There is.
military as
What,
an asset.
sir? Have you not heard of NATO?
So, do you know the president?
Sir,
I believe
have
the
you
president
not
of NATO?
heard of NATO?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
So what?
I have.
What
And
is
have you-
article?
have
What
you
is
heard the
article?
president
What
of
is of Article 5 of
5,
NATO?
Section 2. It says that attack against one country is an attack against
So if
all
Donald
countries.
Trump attacked a French territory or a Dutch territory, what happens?
So that's just how they think that they think that all the countries are going to go against the U.S. Trump raised the GDP for each country paying NATO to 5%, and now they're actually
He didn't raise the GDP. No one's paying 5%, and none of that has to do with
Okay.
what I'm talking about. Where'd you go? I don't know where he went. Sorry, it's just so like I talked to some French guy on some island, and so now I know how all of France thinks. Like, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about, bro? I didn't kick him. He just ran. Hello, how are you? Goodbye. Have a good one. Hold on. What? How long has it been in? Hold on. I'm not ready for you yet. I'm almost ready for you. I'm almost ready for you, Dave. I'm almost ready for you. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, how old are you?
I am 31.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I love his foreign policy.
What foreign policy?
Peace, strength for peace. Peace for strength.
What peace?
What peace? So I don't know if you've been following the news, but he's been settling some wars, and he totally closed out the Gaza situation, getting every single hostage home. And then let's see what it does with Ukraine and Russia. But what are you going to say to that if he actually ends that war that Biden couldn't do?
Yeah, but he didn't in that war. And that whole thing about him being completely over, that's not true. They're just in a ceasefire. And he got like, I don't know, 20, sir, I'm responding. Okay. And also he only got like 20 something hostages removed, like, or released. Like Biden had like
Oh,
140.
he didn't. He got way more than 20. That was the
Maybe it
second
was
time.
30.
And the last 20 was the hardest to get out. No, he got like hundreds out.
No, he didn't.
Trump went right after he became
No, he
president,
didn't.
He got like 100.
No, he didn't.
What?
He got like 20 in all
got-
of
I don't know what the-
2025. There was just like one or two more that came like the last few weeks.
No, I'm not talking about these last 2 weeks. He got 20 in a shot, which came right when the deal happened. He got.
No, he didn't.
We don't
No,
have to get
sir.
crunch with the numbers. The last 20 was the hardest to get at, anyways. We
Why
all
is
know
it the
that,
last hardest to
right?
get? Why is it the hardest to get?
Because then Hamas has no leverage.
Hamas, you think Hamas had an extreme amount of leverage and that was helping them?
Of course, they had hostages.
Oh, okay, they had so much leverage that literally Israel went in there and just massacred civilians. Sounds like a lot of leverage.
What are you saying? If you have hostages, you have leverage, right?
Sir, nothing changed. They gave back the hostages. I think that's excellent. Okay, I think that that's great. I'm happy that all the hostages are home.
Trump.
Sir, yeah, the last 20, which you're not telling me any reason why it's actually like somehow harder than the first 140, but regardless. Okay, I think it's great, sir. I think it's great.
I just want to say this point. The hostages literally said that when Trump became president, the Hamas captors were treating them, all right, 100% better. They were feeding them because they knew that Trump meant business.
Awesome. Can you please
That's
show me
literally
where
what they
that
said.
where anyone said that?
Oh, I don't remember where I saw. I've seen it actually.
Because I'm actually
personally-
quite researched
all
on
my
that,
fr-
and no one ever said that.
Have you met the hostages?
Have
I
you?
literally, I've seen. I've been with people who've met them. Yeah.
Have
all my
you met the
people, I do it,
hostages? I've
and
been with people who have met the hostages. I have not met the hostages. Have you?
I've seen. Yeah. But I've heard literally with them, like through the whatever it is.
Through the grapevine, through
I know
YouTube,
100%
through
sure.
Facebook, through some of that stuff. Sir,
No, I know this is
sir,
true. Like I know this is true.
Sir, okay, I know
Like,
the
they were
opposite is
treated
true.
100%
Okay, and
better.
so unless you can prove
No,
your
it's
side,
not.
unless you can prove your side, then we're at a stalemate.
Listen, okay, if you don't want to, I'm telling you it's true. But anyways, that was
Sir,
just
who
one
the fuck
part.
are you?
Trump in general. What he's
Sir,
going on
who the
Iran
fuck
right
are
now,
you?
He's bringing in the
Sir,
aircraft
sir.
carriers and the Mossad
Hey,
is coming to America.
hello. Who are you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Who the fuck are you?
Whoa. Why are you cussing? I'm not.
Oh, because I cuss on my live. If you
I'm
don't like
friend.
it, you can leave.
No, it's fine. I'm not insulted. I just.
Well, then
I
why are
don't
you
like
crying
the
about
language.
it?
Crying?
Whoa,
I just
whoa, whoa,
don't
whoa!
think
Why are
this
you
is
cussing?
any
Oh,
truth.
whoa, whoa, whoa! Just shh, shh. Who are you, sir? If I'm supposed to trust your word that you knew a guy that knew a guy that talked to some hostages that said they were treating you better, and I'm supposed to just trust you because you said it, who are you?
I've heard the hostages speak.
Who are you that you are qualified enough to tell me this where I should believe you?
Okay, let me search it because I've literally heard the hostages.
Why
say
are you
Watch, I'm
searching
gonna-
it,
I'm
sir?
gonna- I'm
Apparently,
gonna-
you are the qualified candidate that should be able to give me this information where I should believe you.
Okay, I'm gonna show you right now.
Okay, sir. You're not answering my question because you have no reason for me to believe you. Okay, and I don't know why you're researching it right now because
could you
you
wait
a
a
second
minute?
ago you told me your proof was that you knew a guy that knew a guy, and now you're telling me you're going to find it on the internet. All right, which already shows that the first part was completely inaccurate. Okay. I hope the hostages were treated better. Okay. I think that that's great. I actually appreciate Donald Trump's stance towards Netanyahu that he actually eventually came to where he actually kind of put the screws to him. I don't have a huge problem with that. That's just a ceasefire, sir. That's not his foreign policy. That's one instance, right? That he did
And what about
marginally,
going to Iran
that he
and
did
attacking the
like
nuclear
kind of better than kind of a little bit better. That's okay. That's great. That's fine.
And what about attacking? And what about attacking Fordo with B-2 bombers?
Yeah,
And what
not
about
very
going
smart.
Right now, sending the aircraft carriers. Not very smart. What do you mean? You want Iran to have nuclear bombs? Like,
No,
to
that's
have
why
Iran
that's
nuclear
why
deal?
it's not smart, sir. Because they're closer to having nuclear weapons now than they were before.
What? How?
Did I stutter?
I'm asking you how. I don't know how that makes any sense.
Yeah, okay, it's easy because literally the week after this happened, they were literally meeting with Russian delegations, with North Korean delegations, countries that actually have nuclear weapons, and they actually had like the assistant secretary of like state of Russia pretty much agreeing like on live television to give them nuclear weapons. So they went
you
from
think that now Iran's going to get nuclear.
I think that they have no
You
reason
think
not to
Russia's
now.
going to give. Exactly. So that's why Trump's going to use the aircraft. If Iran even thinks about, if that's true, and Iran is going to even think about getting nuclear weapons, then the Iranian regime is over.
Sir,
I'm saying
sir,
you can
sir,
see they
sir.
already killed 30,000 people.
Sir, they weren't trying to get a nuclear weapon. Okay? They weren't trying to.
They were a few months away.
Sir, they were a few months away for 3 decades and they never tried. Okay? They've been a few months away for decades and decades. They weren't trying, and we had
So then why did they attack us?
sir,
So why did
please
Trump
please let me finish a sentence. Okay? Under the JCPOA, we had inspectors in there showing that they weren't trying. Our own intelligence agency in March, Our own intelligence apparatus said they were not trying. Okay? They were in no way, shape, or form trying to build a nuclear weapon. Okay? 50 other intelligence agencies across the world all agreed they were not trying to make a nuclear weapon. Okay? So we bombed them for not trying to make a nuclear weapon. So now they have very little reason not to do so. Your turn.
Is the Middle East a better place now than it was a year ago under Biden?
I think that's subjective.
With every subjective, are you kidding me? Just look at Hamas, they're so weak. Look at Iran, look at freaking Hezbollah, look at the Houthis. I'm saying the Saudis are going to join the Abraham Accord soon. Like, what do you want? Like, just look at what's going on.
Yeah, I am looking at what's going on.
Peace. So then, how is that subjective?
How is it subjective?
Iran was always the bully of the Middle East. They're literally.
Well, sir, do you want me to
nothing right now.
answer
The
your
regime is
question,
falling
or do you
apart.
want to just grandstand? I don't know what you're.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me how it's not.
Sure.
How it's
Because Iran is closer to having a nuclear weapon. That's how it's worse.
the regime is falling apart.
So
There's
what?
literally protests
How
every
are they
single
falling
night.
apart,
They
sir?
kill
Donald Trump
30,000
said.
people.
Donald Trump said if you told people to go out and protest, right? And if he went out and if they went out and protested that the United States of America would protect them, they went out and protested. The Ayatollah massacred 800 of them, and Donald Trump did nothing.
30,000.
No, 800 that
Trump
day.
yeah.
Ding dong. They didn't
Right,
massacre
right,
30,000 that day.
You know why? You know why Donald Trump did nothing? Because Bibi told Trump to send the aircraft carrier because they didn't have enough aircrafts there.
So Donald Trump did
enough
what?
Military equipment.
So Donald Trump did what?
Donald Trump is now sending the aircraft carriers almost there. They're sending two.
So he
aircraft
did
carriers.
nothing.
They're going to surround Iran.
So he did nothing.
Yeah, because he was going to do something. Bibi called him to hold back.
So he did
And
nothing.
now,
So Iran
Yeah,
is
because it
not.
wasn't the
So
right time.
Iran is not only
'Cause
closer
they're
to
busy
get.
with
So
Venezuela.
Iran
All their
is,
focus
sir.
is on
So
other parts of the
Iran
world.
is not even not only close, sir. So Iran is not only closer to getting a nuclear weapon, but they feel emboldened because they freaking just showed up the U.S. president and he did nothing.
Well, whatever they think, it's not going to help because now all the military.
This is
equipment's right
projection,
there.
sir,
Doesn't make a
at
difference.
best. Okay, this is projection at best.
I'm just saying Iran is weak. They could be emboldened as much as they feel like. It doesn't make a difference.
They are weak. They were weak before Biden. They were weak
did
before
Russia
Trump
do
took office,
anything?
sir. They were weak before Trump took office.
They're way weaker now.
Nope,
even
they're
close.
just about the same with some nuclear facilities that are going to be coming online soon and a bunch of threats from a president who hasn't been willing to use his power.
Oh my gosh, this is so wrong. Like what you're saying, it's like you have no idea what's going on right now, do you? Like,
Well, sir,
the-
if
all
you
the
can't combat the
proxies
things
are-
I'm saying and
the
you just have to
proxies
go
are
with
gone.
you're
I'm
dumb
telling
and
you.
don't know what
I'm
you're
telling
talking
you.
about,
I'm
then
telling
it
you.
sounds
The
like I'm
proxies
probably
are
winning.
gone. What made Iran strong prior to before Trump becoming president? Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. All right, their stance of being a bully in the Middle East.
All of those
days are
all of
over.
those groups still exist.
Hezbollah, are you kidding me? They literally
Hezbollah
knocked out
still
with the Patriots.
exists. Yes.
You know Israel knocked out every single leader and commander of Hezbollah, and they literally have to appoint the same leaders every single day, and they get wiped out also. And then
That's
they all
not
got hurt
true
with the
in the
Patriot
slightest.
attack, with the Patriot attack,
That's
with their
not that's
Patriot
not
attack,
even that's not even close to
you
true.
remember the
That's
Patriot
not
attack?
even that's
That was a
literally
operation
not even
planned
in the
20
ball.
years in advance. That
Just to be
knocked
clear,
all
just to be
balls
clear, because I don't want anybody to miss what he just said. Because I want to be clear. He's saying it fast so you don't hear it. Okay. He is literally saying that Israel has killed every single leader of Hezbollah, and every day they appoint a new leader, and every day Israel kills that leader. Those are the words that this
Yeah,
guy
exactly.
just said to me. I just want to be very clear, okay, that's what he
know,
just said.
America
That
has,
is
you know, how America
nowhere.
has the top 10 list
That
with
is
the top 10 list
nowhere
of most
even
wanted
in the
terrorists?
ballpark
Israel
of
has
true,
the same
sir.
with Hezbollah,
That's
and
not
they
even
all,
close.
They all got killed. Every single one of them got checked off the list. Yes, that is true. You could go check it up.
Sir,
Same way America
sir,
has
I hear
the
you're
top 10,
Israel
the
talking,
top
by the way.
100. What?
I hear you're Israel talking.
What do you mean Israel talking? I'm just.
You're literally a
saying it's
walking
not true.
Netanyahu
It's
propaganda
true.
machine.
What do you mean? I'm saying facts, and you're saying it's not true. Go check it out. Do you know how many?
Sir, I
terrorists they
have
knocked
checked it
with
out. That's
Hezbollah
why
and
I'm the one here saying facts and you're just saying crazy shit.
It's not, because I've seen it. The same way
You've
America
seen it.
has a top
You have
level list.
seen, sir. You have been in the Middle East
Yeah, go
watching
online and
Israel,
freaking look it up,
sir.
you idiot.
You have been in Israel, in the Middle East, watching
No, I've never said
Israel
that.
kill a new Hezbollah leader every day.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, they
Wow,
literally go
that's
until
pretty
every
impressive.
time the Hezbollah
That's
commander
like
gets a
those
bumper,
guys that say
he
they
got killed.
stand at the border and like count all the migrants coming over. It's like the same thing. Same
Oh no,
guys.
there's zero migrants. Trump didn't allow one illegal immigrant since he took office. Not one crossed the border. Not one. And that's also not facts. You name me that person, because he doesn't exist. The border is shut. Aren't you happy about that as an American? That we don't have illegal immigrants coming into our country? Not one illegal immigrant.
Yeah, that's not true. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's not true. It's not true. So who is it? Tell me who the illegal immigrant
Who
was.
is
Show
it?
me, show me who it was.
Who is it? You
Yeah,
want
there
their
isn't
name? Sir, there have
isn't
been
an illegal-
thousands and
yeah.
thousands. I don't know what you're
No,
talking
there
about.
hasn't been one person that crossed the border.
Not even the
since
Trump
took
administration
office.
says that, dude.
No, they said it today at the cabinet meeting.
That you were in,
They
of course,
literally
right?
said it
That
today.
you were in, because I'm sure you were inside of
Don't
that
listen to
cabinet
Dan
meeting,
Ca-
which is
aren't you
crazy how
calling
you made it
politics?
from the Middle
Don't you
East all the
listen
way to
to
that
Van News?
cabinet meeting
You
so
just said-
quickly.
You just said Trump didn't say that today. He literally said it today at the cabinet meeting. What are you lying for? Go listen to the damn cabinet
If he
meeting.
did, that's
So do
crazy.
your homework.
You know what?
Do your
You know
homework.
what? That's the sad part is I think he's lying, right? But I really can't prove it because Trump might actually say something that stupid, which is insane.
I promise you he said that. Yeah, he said that. Go
He
check it
might
out.
actually
He
have said
literally
that,
said
which is sad,
So why are you
bro.
lying to me that he
Which
didn't
is-
say that? Go do your homework.
Oh, because I actually gave Donald Trump more credit than that. That was on me.
Oh, whoa, that was a good response. Okay, very nice. The bottom line is his foreign policy rocks, and that's what I wanted to tell you. That's all I care. He ended 8 wars.
My
8
bad,
wars,
guys.
and the
My bad, guys.
Yeah.
My total bad. I gave Donald Trump way too much credit. I apologize. I won't do it again.
You guys will never give credit to Trump. He could be
What
he's
8
the
wars did he
peacemaker.
end?
Could bring peace. He could bring peace
What
to
8
the
wars
whole
did he
world.
end?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I
I'm not
don't.
gonna
What
get
8
into
wars
the
did he
nitty-gritty of
win?
every single war.
No, I'm too stupid. You told me
look it
that.
up
So, what 8 wars?
Yeah, I already told you the Iran-Gaza war, and you call it a ceasefire, okay?
Iran was at war
that's
with
what you call
Gaza?
it.
That would be a new war. I guess he did stop that one. I didn't hear about that one.
No, Iran, I meant whatever. They're all the same. It's the proxies of Iran. Hamas works for Iran. You know that, right?
Sir,
How
which
do you think
8
they get
wars
armed
ended?
and everything? I'll start with this one. You just think it's a ceasefire.
It's literally a ceasefire.
No, it's not. The war is over. They're gonna demilitarize. They're not gonna have any armor. They're not gonna have nothing.
Okay. Cool. So we'll just make up fake wars and go from there. Okay. So the one war that's a ceasefire, what are the other 7?
No, why is that a ceasefire?
No, what are the other 7, sir?
Go check it out.
I have. What are the other 7?
Okay, fine. So you tell me. Everyone's saying.
No, you're the one who made the positive claim that Donald Trump stopped 8 wars. Can you please tell me the other 7?
What about Israel and Gaza? You don't want to talk about that?
Sir, that's their one. What's the other 7?
Everyone's talking about Pakistan, India, Rwanda, Thailand, Cambodia. I don't know. Everyone's talking about all the names.
That's
I
not
don't
even
know all
8
the
countries,
details
sir.
about it.
If it's 8 wars, you got to at least give me 16 countries.
Yeah, I'm looking it up here. It says Serbia, Kosovo, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Egypt, Ethiopia. I don't know. Everyone's talking about everything. All right. How many wars did Biden end? Oh, everything started under Biden. When Biden was president, no one respected him. When
The
Trump came
same
in,
amount as
everything's
Donald
coming
Trump,
to an
which
end.
is 0.
What? What?
Oh, Joe Biden stopped as many wars as Donald Trump, which is 0.
So Trump's doing nothing. So no matter what Trump does, you never.
No,
hear
he's
him
building
say
that
anything.
ballroom,
Why are we
and
not
man,
having a
he is
conversation?
super excited about
Don't you
that
wanna have a
ballroom, man.
ballroom? Don't
You know what?
I
will give Donald Trump credit for
If
that.
Obama
He
would
is
have built a ballroom,
he is
you would have said
wasting
that was the greatest thing America
he
ever
is
had.
he
Oh,
is
Trump's
wasting
doing it.
so
Oh, it's the
much
stupidest
money
thing.
building a ballroom and time. But
Don't you want to have a ballroom? You're inviting foreign countries, prime ministers to your place, and you're having you have to put up tents on the front lawn. Don't you want to have a nice place to put people up? What if you're going to make a guest place in your house and to put them in an attic? I'm saying is that a proper way to do stuff? Listen, if Obama would have done this, you would have been all over it. But now it's Trump, so obviously it has to be bad. That's what I'm talking about. You're not being bipartisan over here. You're just a cold-hearted liberal who can't do everything Trump does has to be a problem. You know, if I would have no problem if Obama would have put the ballroom, I would have said, you know, that's a great idea. I'm open-minded. Are you here just for clicks? That's my question. Like, can you have a normal conversation with Republican voters and MAGA people or anybody that votes Republican? Because not everybody that
We
you know that
we
votes
already
Republican
had a
is MAGA
ballroom.
person. We didn't have a. What are you talking about? Like
We
a big,
we,
nice
we already
ballroom?
had a ballroom. When foreign dignitaries came, we didn't put them in the attic. We had a ballroom.
Yeah, where was that? I remember hearing there were a lot of tents.
Yeah,
in the front room.
we already had one. Yeah, so
It wasn't.
there
good
was
enough,
no attic.
right?
I'm not
Like,
sure the White House has an attic. If it does have one, we definitely were not putting foreign dignitaries
Oh,
there.
now this is what we're doing. Now we're gonna start speaking about. You're gonna take a point like that and start like joking around. No.
No,
Listen,
because
I'm not
you
here for
made the
that.
comment that we needed a ballroom because we were putting foreign dignitaries in the attic.
Yeah, intense, literally, yes. We literally had a huge, ugly tent on the Rose Garden to put dignitaries. Yeah, exactly. Have you done any research?
Actually, the dignitaries were inside. All the leftover people were in the under the tents.
Okay, and that's totally fine. We're just gonna invite our guests, and if you're not a dignitary, you're just gonna be put in a tent on the front lawn.
Yeah,
Really.
you're at the White House.
And
Know your place.
And that's better than the ballroom. What are you talking about? You're
Sir,
at the
I
White
have
House, you
I
should be in a
t-
ballroom.
if you want me to be completely fucking honest with you, I couldn't give a shit about the fucking ballroom. Like, if you want to be
Why
completely
you
honest,
mention it? You're the one
sir,
that
I
brought
said
up,
it,
you
sir.
idiot. I didn't bring up the
Sir,
ballroom.
I literally just said Trump was doing the ballroom well, and you went off on a fucking 5-minute diatribe because I
No, you were
said
making fun of him,
because
that this is
I
what he's
said
doing.
Donald Trump was doing the
You're
ballroom
sarcastic,
well. Okay, but the ballroom wasn't
Yeah,
in
in
the
a
Rose
sarcastic
Garden, by the
manner.
way. Those are two different situations. But regardless, I literally just said the only thing Trump was doing good was the ballroom, and you went off on an entire diatribe about how if Obama did a ballroom, I would love it, which again, I would probably care just about as much, which is pretty close to fucking zero.
It's insane.
Yo, Paul, it happens to be I listen to you all the time, probably every night. I just can't. I want you to become more open to callers, and not just like discard them as anytime someone disagrees, with you that you just have to make fun of them and the call.
No, sir, I was
stupid.
actually
Like,
very
just like-
polite to all the callers. Like, here, you're just an idiot.
Oh, here we go. Well, I mean,
This isn't about callers. This is literally just personally you. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure that you know that this has nothing to do with like the callers or Republicans or Trump supporters or any of that stuff. This is simply you and you personally. Damn, Dave, I was literally just getting ready to freaking bring you up too. Damn it. I was literally finishing this caller and going with it. Anyways, it's all good. I just want him to know that it was personally about him. 100%. All right. Anyways. Oh, he's actually here now. God, dude, y'all, Dave the train guy, folks.
Hey, Polly, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, I saw your super chat. I was literally like, I'm gonna end this guy and I'm gonna bring up Dave because I've been on for like a while now.
Yeah. I got a quick one though, because I've actually been there all day. Going back there tomorrow. I'm working with trains now at a museum.
Just real quick,
West.
y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you've never been introduced to Dave the Train Guy, Dave the Train Guy is our local train expert. We let him come up to do train facts every once in a while. So, Dave, what's your train fact for today? You're going back to someplace tomorrow, so that means you're with the trains. You're embedded with the trains.
So, there was a railroad called the Rockton Ryan Railroad out of Winsboro, South Carolina, and it was formed by the Winsboro Granite Corporation to haul granite out of two quarries they had. And this railroad is absolutely insane, because they ran granite quarry. They had basically infinite rock. So they did a lot of interesting stuff with this rock. One, it was free balance for the tracks, and two, they made what's called a lot of fills, where they would just pile up rock on top of the ground, make like this giant wall of rock and then put the train on top of it. They have at least 3 of these, and they are absolutely insane to see them in person.
Yeah, I think I would have. You said it's in South Carolina?
Yes, it's in Winsboro, South Carolina. The fills are not currently open to the public due to the fact that the last train that ran over them was 1970-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do go ride the train, you go through like an 80-foot deep cut, which is just insane.
Yeah. That sounds nuts. I'm not gonna lie, I can barely even picture what you're talking about, Dave. Like you're super excited, and I want to be as excited as you are, but like I'm kind of lost on what's going on. So I feel like this is one of those times where I'm going to need full pictures in the Discord so I know what's happening.
Give me a second. I will see if I can post photos.
You don't have to do it right now, okay? You don't have to do it right now, but I'm gonna need those photos, Dave, because it sounds like whatever you're saying is super interesting, and I need to be able to see it at some point. So whether it's today or tomorrow, make sure you're throwing those pictures in there and tagging me in there so I can see them. All right.
So check in the Discord server for everyone who's in there. To give a little bit of context to this image, you're already standing about 30 feet in the air on the rail bed. This is the fill they never completed. They literally just started stacking rock, put the rails on top of it, saw that the hill was too steep, so they started stacking more rock to put the train on top of that, to try and make the railroad as flat as humanly possible.
That is kind of cool to look at.
Railroad.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think I need more perspective, but it's kind of cool.
Like I say, it's currently not open to the public. That's about the only photo I can share right now.
Well, Dave, you're going back tomorrow, you said, so I'm gonna need you to step up your photo game over here.
Sadly, tomorrow I'm not going out to the what we call the wall. But if I can find a photo of one of the old locomotives inside the cut here, I have too many photos of this railroad.
Yeah. Well, sounds good, man. Well, Dave, thank you for the quick train fact today. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. If anyone's in Winsboro, South Carolina, come to the South Carolina Railroad Museum. We would be glad to have you.
Dave will be the one giving the tour. He doesn't know that yet. All right,
it's
Dave.
already happened at least twice.
I figured it did. All right, you have a good one, Dave.
You too, man.
Oh, Dave. Dave will be the one giving the tour. If anybody needs it, he'll be walking around. And it's funny, like it's funny because like whenever Dave comes up, I get to see how neurodivergent everyone in the chat is. Because it's like a huge mix of why the hell are we talking about trains and ooh, I love trains. And then just like every bit of it, just let you know, I'm judging your neurodivergency based on how you react to Dave the Train Guy coming up. Just thought I'd warn you. I am 100% judging your neurodivergency just based off of that. All right, y'all. Well, I've been on for 3. I will be on, like I said, I'll be on tomorrow around 3 o'clock Central for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then I'm going on decompression time for the rest of the week. So thank you guys so much for being here. Please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. Robs, thank you so much for the $2. Said, what the fuck are MAGA smoking? Something good. I need to get a little piece of it, I think. Shush, thank you so much for that. The $2. Taylor, thank you so much for the cheers. Shush, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Dave's adding pictures if you're in my Discord. Join the Discord if you want to see all the pictures. Allie, thank you so much for the glowing jellyfish. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're seeing a bunch of trains in between giant rocks on the Discord right now. I will see you guys tomorrow for a little bit. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry, Maureen. I did see that. I totally apologize. Thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you so much for the $20 over on Cash App. Said, you and Johnny make my day. No one is afraid of Trump. Absolutely no one is. I'm so sorry. I saw it and then forgot to mention it. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Doreen. That really, really means a lot. Y'all have a wonderful evening, okay? I will see you guys tomorrow for a bit. Love you guys.